What's going on, everybody? Thank you for patiently waiting. Appreciate y'all. I am here. Had to run around, do a couple things, run around because one of the things I had to do by the time I finished the show, it'll be closed. So I had to go do it now before the show started. You know the sacrifices we make. You guys understand. Happy Saturday. Good to see y'all. Thank y'all for being here. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you decided to wake up this morning and be here. Know the ledge. Still Knicks fans. We in the building. And I got my Grinch cup. You know, now we finally getting in the season again. A little morning cup of Joe or Joanne. Either way. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's see how we're doing. All right. Excuse me. Let's see here. Hopefully you guys are all doing good this morning. The weather turned out to be interesting. It was supposed to be raining like until like 12 noon today, but I woke up this morning, it was nice and sunny. On the East Coast, I don't know, not everybody's on the East Coast, but a lot of you are. You guys understand, man. Yesterday's rain was crazy. Yeah, yesterday was wild, B. It was like a river runs through it out here. Oh, man. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here and rocking in the morning. Andy N is in the building. Salute. What up, Andy? Sha Powers is in the building. What's good? Good to see you, brother. Wonder Woman. What do you call those? What are her wristbands called? I forgot. Whatever. I'm old now. I forget. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. JJ in the building. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that they beat them. Okay. And a win is a win. But it wasn't a good game. There were some good things. After that Brooklyn game, that Brooklyn game had me kicking and screaming. I'm like, come on. You want to fight? It's messed up. Yeah. No, I wish that was the case, Andy. Salute to D Coolest in the building, 718. Appreciate you, brother. Drip More, the official barber of Still Knicks fans. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you, man. Hopefully your day goes good, man. Hopefully you get a lot of business today. Like I said, sun came out, and that means people ready to get their fly on. You know what I mean? And you're the man for the job. Appreciate you, brother. Jose. What's going on, bro? Hopefully you're doing all right. Jose's on like a mini vacation right now in a nice area. He's having a good time. So hold up. You know what? I feel like outside of Jose's work commitments and what he got going on, sometimes he can't be here. He goes on vacation a lot. You're doing good for yourself, Jose. What's good, bro? Appreciate you. David L. in the morning. What's going on, brother? Salute. Hey, Ashley Inc. is in the building. What up, Wiz? Good to see you. Angel Torres is here. Appreciate you. Keith Turner in the building. What's good? Paris Duggar is in the building. Salute. Good to see you. We've survived 100 people is here. What's good? Appreciate you. Excuse me. All right. You know what? Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all for being here. I gotta tell you, man, I feel okay, but ever since the C word, you know what I mean? Like you got like a lingering little cough or something. Ugh. I feel like this joint changes you forever. It's upsetting. It's annoying, really. It's more than anything else. And as always, guys, smash that like button while you're here. You know what? Do it when you come in, so that way you don't have to worry about doing it later. Appreciate you guys. Walter Blackman, what's good, man? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully family, everybody's okay. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I'm glad to see you. Will Salkin is in the building. No, you good, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Ain't that the truth? Eventually it's gonna happen. When? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because the way they play, they too up in the air. They're so Heckle and Jekyll. They're all over the place, man. They're scattered. I don't know what to say about them. Really don't. Really don't. Let me see. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Boom. Okay. So yeah, guys, we got some stuff to get to today. Listen, it's Know the Ledge, right? So I know you guys might have already been talking about it, or maybe you've been on other shows and you've been watching and getting some of that bad feeling, that bad juju out already. But if it's not all out, by all means, this is what we're here for today. You can get it out today because Know the Ledge is that show. You guys, I'm here to keep you from jumping off the ledge. By all means, if you have some issues that you want to, get out from the Brooklyn game and you still haven't been able to get them out, it's fine. We can talk about that. We're going to talk about the game against the Pistons, and we're going to talk about the game tomorrow, the early matinee game, whatever you want to call it, against the OKC Thunder. So that should be pretty cool. And hopefully, as long as he's good to go, we get a good look at SGA up close and personal. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the Knicks could really do to get SGA because other people have SGA on their radar, and talent-wise, they might have better like win now pieces, because the whole thing is OKC is in an interesting position. They don't need all the draft picks and everything. Their team is a struggling team. They're rebuilding, and they got more draft picks than anybody. So, like, what can you really offer them other than some young, good talent that they can build around? Like, OKC is in the position. They've got so much draft capital. They'll be able to continue to stockpile and add talent, and they can still use those draft picks to trade to acquire other pieces, right? And then the other thing is, at this point, they don't want aging veterans because they're not there. So what they want is more young talent that they could plug and play, put them right in, kind of like what Utah did with guys like Sexton and Markkanen and dudes of that ilk, so they can kind of just build a nice, whole rounded young squad that can grow and develop together. And some people are already developed, but that's what they want. Do we have that? I don't know. There's guys on our team that we like, but are they developed? Are they pieces that another team might say, we can definitely build with these people? I don't know. I mean, maybe OKC might think Obi's attractive to them. RJ might be attractive to them. But outside of that, what else is there? Maybe Quickly, but I don't even think Quickly fits the mold of what I just broke down to you guys. I mean, would they take Quickly as a piece with other pieces? Yeah, maybe. But I'm saying, as far as the piece that's attractive to them, maybe Obi, maybe RJ. But like, what else could you give them? They don't want Julius Randle. Like, their timetable doesn't fit. Where he's at now doesn't work for them. They don't need Jalen Brunson. They've got Giddey. So, something to think about, guys. I don't want to be the person to bust people's bubbles because, you know, anybody out there knowing that the Knicks do have trade capital, you would think they have a shot at acquiring these guys. But you got to understand, it depends on what team has the asset and do we have what they want. And OKC is an interesting team because they're just like us, but in a better position because of all the talent they have. They've got some, you know, good talent over there already. And don't forget, you know, they've got a guy who's hurt for the whole season, who's coming back, who's going to be very good for them next year. They're in a much better position right now as far as building and developing going forward. So well, I don't know if we're that attractive to them as far as a trade partner. Just something to think about. Now, Ashley, what you said, a three-way deal for SGA, maybe. That could work because I could see us having something enticing to offer somebody else, right? And get them involved and get some pieces from them that we could help send to OKC to make it happen. That is the way to get the deal done. That you could get that deal done. I have no doubt in my mind. If you find the right trade partner, I think you could do it. Issue is, I think the Knicks would be losing in a trade for SGA in order to get it done. In the end, I think they might be better off because you finally get somebody who's got some good talent and is a bucket getter, right? But in the beginning, you're gonna have to give up a lot. I know people don't agree. Some people don't think you got to give up a lot for these guys. You got to give up a lot for these guys, man. And also to, you know, don't forget who you're dealing with. Like I said, they're in a good position, but you're also dealing with Sam Presti. Sam Presti he's no bargain shopper. He's one of the shrewdest in the league. He's not Danny Ainge, but he's right there. You know, he's right there. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. All right. Well, before we get a little deeper into it, let me just hit this intro, get this intro out the way. Huh? Yeah, let's do that. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm back. My bad. Sometimes I'll be lost. I don't even know y'all still here. You know what I mean? I just be jamming. Anyway, so excuse me. So that's the thing, man. Listen, I've been saying I wanted SGA since last year. Okay. Before Donovan Mitchell actually became a real thought. Because Donovan Mitchell was always like, oh, hey, if Donovan Mitchell ever presents himself, we got to go after Donovan Mitchell. It wasn't really real until a certain point in the year. But SGA, to me, was always in a situation where, you know what, they should be trying to go get this kid. You know, another guy that got signed to a deal, $80 million deal for 4 years or 5 years. I don't know. I think it might be 4 years. I don't know. Keldon Johnson from the Spurs. He's another guy that I thought that they should have really considered looking at to try to bring in. Now, granted, there's a difference here. Keldon Johnson is a really good player, a good piece to have on your team. And yeah, I think he's somewhat affordable. Is he the piece that's going to take you, like, not over the top, but is he the piece that's going to help this team turn things around and you know, have a different identity? I don't think so. But he's a good piece to have, and he's a piece that you can build with. But SGA, I think, is more of a turnaround type piece you could use because he's such a good scorer. He can help you when the Knicks are struggling and they can't find the way to get these buckets. he's a good one to help with all of that. And he's not the greatest 3-point shooter. Once again, that doesn't fix that problem. But the Knicks need a little bit more work with that. Like, you got to change the team around a little bit in order to become a better 3-point shooting team. There's just too many guys that are too sketchy on this team. So I wouldn't really focus on that if I was the Knicks. That's an off-season type of work right there. You need an off-season to fix the 3-point shooting. Because bringing in one guy who okay, if you brought in Steph Curry, that's different. But, bringing in one guy, a regular guy who shoots threes here and there, is not going to change your team's 3-point shooting. You need a couple guys at different positions that knock it down with some, with more regularity. And we don't have that. That's something that I think is just going to take a little bit more time. So if that's the case, you got to figure out the best way to make this roster something that can get you over the hump, at least to make sure that you are fighting for above 500 and have a chance to make the playoffs. A guy like SGA could help do that. I totally believe that. I know he's not the greatest defender. He's not the best facilitator. He does get assists sometimes. He does fill up the stat line sometimes, and then sometimes he doesn't. But his scoring ability is true to form. I was upset last night. Last night he played, and I think he finished with 20 points or something like that, around there. And I was shocked because the dude scores so easily. Like, he could easily average 25 plus every game, every night. Not an issue, because that's how good he is as a scorer. Shout out to Almighty Finesse. What's good? Appreciate you. Good to see you, bro. Geraldine McIver, the first lady of Still Knick fans, in the building. What's good? Good to see you. Damn it. When you need your phone, but you don't got it. Damn it. Yeah. So it is what it is. I'll figure it out. Yeah, man. But I think that's. I'm just trying to think, like, who else is out there it's too early. There's names that are going to present themselves, I think, throughout this season at some point that we're not even thinking about, that aren't on the radar, but it's just too early. The only names that we do know about are tough gets. Tough gets. Like SGA would be a tough get. Joel Embiid, if is there truth to the rumors that he's not happy in Philadelphia, that's a tough get. And it's a little bit of a gamble because he's a little injury prone. I would much rather take my chances with him than other people who get injured, but he's still an injury prone person. But for him, like, I think you gotta chalk that up and say, okay, even though I know he's injury prone, he plays enough that I might have to gamble with him. He's different. Anthony Davis, I don't even want to talk about any proposal for Anthony Davis. Knicks should stay away from Anthony Davis. You want to see a team not get out of their own way and continue to do the same things over and over. Let the Knicks go trade for Anthony Davis. And Knicks fans are going to lose their mind with how bad this team is when he's not playing because he's hurt out for multiple games. And we're like, we traded all our pieces for this guy, and he's not doing anything for us because he's always hurt. I don't think you guys want that. I know I don't want it. So something to think about there. Cash Out James is in the gold all in my, you know what I'm saying? Ron Sarmiento in the building. What's good? Did I already say? I think I did. Comega, did I already say what's up to you? I don't know if I did. I feel like I'm, it's escaping me. Comega, what's good, brother? Appreciate you, my guy. Good to see you. Vaughn Allen in the building. What's good? Salute to you, my brother. Good to see you. So Walter Blackman says, trade Obi and Grimes and Reddish, 3 first-round picks. Thing is, would you rather keep Julius? Because once you get rid of Obi, now you have Julius. Now, if you get rid of Julius, you got no power forward. Now, some might say it's easier to get a power forward that can fill in and replace these guys that can help the team down the line in the draft or something like that, which is true. It's a possibility. I don't know, something to think about, because that's the thing. Because Julius still may not fit this current roster's timeline with the way we're playing and how things are looking right now. So if you get rid of Obi, now you're in a situation where you might wind up with no power forward. But I hear you, Walter, because that is something similar to what you would need to get it done. It would have to be something like this. Like I said, it might be easier with a three-way trade type of trade with somebody else's pieces, like you know, players that are good in the league right now that are young that can go over to OKC to get it done. Because the problem is Obi's fine, right? Even Grimes is fine. I think OKC would love a Grimes. You know, if you keep Lou Dort, which they paid him, Dort, Grimes, that's good. Two good young players defensively. I don't know too much about Giddey's defense. I don't think it's that solid. I'm not sure if it is. Could be. You know, they got some questions over there. Do they have Maladon? I think they got Maladon over there too. I don't know. So they've got some players that play, you know, can play defense on the perimeter. When they get their big back next year, when he comes back, he's good blocking shots and doing stuff. He's linky, he's tall, he moves around pretty good. He don't have a body on him, which is why he's going to be getting hurt a lot. But, you know, the fact is he's somebody that might work for them. They still need to get something else going on in that paint area. I don't know. So, I mean, yeah, the 3 first-round picks, yes, I definitely agree, Walter. That would have to be in there too. And then Obi would be in there, Grimes maybe, and then, you know, maybe we could get some assistance from a different type of team. Or maybe we gave them 2 picks, 2 first-round picks, and the other team gave them 1 pick, and then we have to give a pick to that team. Like, it would be crazy, but, you know, something. But at the Reddish thing is the only thing that's a little curious for me, because the only thing with Reddish is if you get him, you know that he's a rental because you're going to have to pay him at the end of the year or let him walk. And I don't even know if OKC wants to give up money to a guy like Reddish. They're kind of cheap and frugal over there with their own players that have done stuff. They finally started paying. They paid SGA. They paid Lou Dort, which was surprising. They gave him a good amount of money. I don't know about that one, but it is what it is. I don't know. It's interesting, though. Something to think about. Let's see. What am I missing? And yes, you're right. OKC does not want Randall. I wanted Sexton at one point, but, you know, it is what it is. I think the Knicks ain't trying to mess around with Danny Ainge anymore. Salute, Jeremy. What's good? Appreciate you. Bricks Nation in the building. What's good, Bricks? Salute. Good to see you. I don't think so, man. I don't think they want to trade those 2 guys because look at how they're playing. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to get rid of these young pieces if you're trying to rebuild and oh God. Got to put your phones on mute, folks. Anyway, sorry guys. I think that like, why trade them when we can keep them and help build with them? You know what I mean? They could help, because I think that's the whole point. Like what Danny Ainge did in Boston, he didn't get rid of everybody. He drafted young players, but he kept like some young talent that he might have had with him. He kept that around. So, you know, I don't know. Oh, Maladon is on the Hornets. Yeah, I couldn't remember where I saw him recently. And thank you for pointing that out, brother. see. Yeah, he's okay, bro. He's okay. But like to somebody to play defense on the perimeter for that team over there that doesn't have aspirations of going anywhere right now, he's fine. And then I got to pay him money like that. So he works. Let's see. Okay. I think I got everything that was said about SGA. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, guys. So that's the thing. I don't know what they're going to do about that. And then I don't know what they're going to do about Joel Embiid, if they're going to really kind of poke the bear and see if there's any truth to him being on the market. But you know that would take a freaking ransom. Like they want everything for Embiid. Just think about it. So you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a look at what's going on from last night's game? Because quite frankly, it was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting in the fact that there was some good things in it, and then there was some bad things in it. I thought that the Knicks were going to play a lot better. I mean, they didn't play horrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Debbie Downer on them. I like certain things, but just the game was a little sloppy at times, and you're very upset with the type of defense the Knicks played now. Like, and to me, I still can't understand it. I don't understand why they don't have that same level of defensive intensity that they used to have. Yeah, brother, you ain't lying. That's exactly what I need, and I have it. I just, I needed to have my morning cup of Joe or Joanne. So I needed to get that going first, and I definitely will get some tea going soon. I got some nice echinacea with elderberry, got some ginger, I got some lemon, some honey. We're good. Knicks Morning Brew in the building. What's good, Hack? Appreciate you. Good to see you as always. Okay, so let's get to what it looked like. Blow this up a little bit, make that look a little bigger. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this, guys. This is, from last night's game. Yeah, it's coming back slowly. It's coming back slowly, Heck. It's coming back slowly, man. Still a little congested, bro. I'm hoping that this goes away, man, because once it gets cold, we start getting sick for any reason. I'm good. Yes, it was Kith night as well last night. It was Kith night. Shout out to Ronnie Faig, who is now a part of the New York Knicks team. I think he's a creative consultant. I don't know the exact title, but I think that's what he is, something of that nature. He was big with Kith, and now they have a creative team from Kith over there at the Garden. So last night they did a very special night. There was a bunch of little different things they were doing. They were giving away exclusive Kith Knicks shirts. They put like a collaboration Kith towel with Stella Artois in collaboration with them, like a black Kith towel on the back of everybody's chair. They also opened up the Kith store for the Knicks gear last night for, while supplies last. They got exclusive opportunity to purchase the Kith stuff before it goes on sale today. Actually, it just went on sale today at 11 a.m. So if you guys have the bread, because Kith stuff ain't cheap, them jackets be like $600, you know what I mean? If you got the money to, check them out, you might want to do it immediately because that stuff sells out quickly. No pun intended. Oh, is that what it is, Andy? I was wondering, man. I feel like you missed your calling, bro. I was like, that's messed up, bro. I don't know how I feel about him now. So yeah, but that was what they did last night. So it looked like a pretty fun time. I think I saw celebrities. Obviously, there was a lot of celebrities in the building for Kith night, and Kith, he already uses certain people. He's used certain people in the past. So I saw like Jadakiss there, Fabulous was there, Fat Joe was there. Other people were in the building. I don't know, Knicks fans supporting and rocking the Kith gear. Victor Cruz was there, eating a Kith ice cream cup. I don't, whatever. I don't know. Good job by them though. So, all right. Now, if you guys, let me blow it up for real quick. So if you guys see, and don't look now, guys. Don't look now. But there's somebody on the Knicks who wasn't playing well early in the season who has been coming alive. Just saying. You guys guess who I'm talking about? That's right. RJ Barrett. In usual RJ Barrett fashion, the slow starter that he is. Last night he was 10 of 17 in 37 minutes, 3 for 8 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. You got to give it up to him. Continuing to put up decent numbers from there. Excuse me. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 30 points for the game. That's what you like to see. You like to see RJ be efficient and play the way we've used to seeing. We know his limitations. We know what he can't do. We know what he struggles at. But what he can do is get buckets in a certain way and contribute to a team and help them win. That's why he's a good player to have on your team. He's a player you can build with, not a player you can build around. That was deep. You guys get that? He's a player you can build with, not a player you can build around. Guys you build around are guys like, okay, who can I get around this team to help complement him? Players you build with are guys you can say, okay, who else could I bring along, to help this team get better? We've got RJ who does this. We've got this person who does this. When you're building around guys, it's like, okay, he's the man. I got him. Now, who would help him be even better? I don't think that's the way you look at RJ anymore. Okay. He's just a different breed. Not a knock on him. I love RJ. Like I said, he's still one of my favorite players. Still probably my favorite player on the Knicks. Just, we know his limitations. And he needs, other guys to be on the team that can do other things that maybe he can't do as well. So. Julius Randle played 32 minutes, 8 of 18, 44% from the field. This is live by the 3, die by the 3, 0 of 7. At some point, you want to look at this and say, why take 7 shots? If you ain't got it, why 7? But I'm not an NBA player. I don't know what it's like, and you can't really say when it comes to how a guy shoots. Certain things that make sense to some of us may not make sense to all of us. All right. So that's the thing. Isaiah Hartenstein played 32 minutes. He was 3 of 5 from the field, 60%. He had 12 rebounds. Good job on the boards. And 1 block, right? Finished with 6 points. Jalen Brunson, 8 of 16 from the field, 50%. Efficient. 2 of 5 from 3, 40% efficient. 8 of 8 from the line, the free throw line, 100%. 1 rebound, 7 assists, 4 steals, 26 points for Jalen Brunson. Very good job by him last night. Cam Reddish was 2 of 6, 33%. He was 0 of 3 from 3. He didn't get to the line. He had 3 rebounds and 1 assist and 4 points in 17 minutes. Not exactly what you want to see from Cam. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on Cam, guys. I'm just saying, when you look at stuff like this, And we look at Cam because he's been playing here and there. Is this the type of guy you want to give $80 million to? It's just throwing it out there. I'm not saying nothing, that I feel is not fair. I'm just like, if he's doing it and putting up the numbers, you look at it a certain way. Even not 80 million, say it's 60 million. Do you want to give 60 million to Cam? Or could that 60 million go somewhere else? You got a lot of holes on this team. Cam is he's been showing us good activeness on the defensive end, his length and all that stuff. But is he showing us, is it looking better to us because we just don't have that on the team? Like we can't find it anywhere. So is that why it's looking so good to us? Or is he just that good? That's what I want you guys to think about. I don't know. Derrick Rose played 15 minutes, 2 of 7 from the field, 28%. He took 1 3-point shot. He missed it. He was 4 of 4 from the line. He had 2 assists and finished with 8 points. Jericho Sims played 8 minutes. Took 1 shot. He hit it. He had 4 rebounds and I believe 1 block. Yep. Finished with 2 points. Emmanuel quickly played 21 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3-point land, which, I mean, it's good to see when he has efficient numbers. It's weird when you want him to shoot more, he doesn't. And when he's like having these efficient numbers, but then when he's not efficient, he seems like he's jacking the ball up. Not all the time, but sometimes it seems that way. He finished with 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals, and he had 8 points. Obi Toppin played 22 minutes, 3 of 9 from the field, 33%, not the greatest. 2 of 7 from 3, 28%, not the greatest there either. It wasn't a fantastic shooting night for him. He finished with 8 points. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Oh, and 1 block. Evan Fournier. Guys, listen. Andy. I know you see it, bro. And this is not, see, I'm not one of those, I know there's people who don't like Fournier. I don't dislike Fournier. Do I think on the defensive end, it looks crazy? Yes. But I don't like the fact that he's not helping the Knicks offensively. And I'm not blaming him for it. Some people will just blame him and say, like, what's going on with him? I'm telling you, this new system, the way the Knicks are running their offense, does not benefit Fournier. So the Knicks better figure out a way to move on from Fournier before they really degrade his value, because it's making him look worse and worse. And I don't think he's the culprit. I think the way this new offense is being run, how quick they're trying to get the ball up the court and get into their sets and find a quick shot, doesn't necessarily benefit Fournier when he's out there on the court. He's a quick shooter, don't get me wrong, but he needs a little moment to set up. He's got to have that moment where he's got the clean look and he's squared up. If he's not squared up, he won't shoot it. And that sounds crazy because you've seen Fournier take some wild shots like Jack, but it looks wild to us, but he knows what he's doing. Like, he feels it. And he hasn't looked comfortable this year at all. Not one game. I said it in the preseason. I said him and Randall didn't look comfortable. Over time, Randall's got more comfortable, and they've also put the ball in his hand so he can bring it up here and there. So Randall's fine. Fournier has still not looked good, not looked comfortable, and I don't blame him for it. It's just he's a victim of circumstance. Like, this is what the Knicks are trying to do, and right now, his role in it doesn't look that great. Could they change things around to make it better for him? Yes, and I think they should. They should get picks. They should do double screens, whatever they got to do to get Fournier some nice, easy, good looks. They need to do it. 1, to help his value. 2, to help the Knicks. We could use his 3-point shooting. He doesn't shoot this bad, guys. I'm telling you right now, what you guys have been seeing, I'm not blaming Fournier for it. It's how this offense is moving, and the Knicks are not doing enough. Tom Thibodeau is not doing enough to get Evan Fournier good looks to open up his game. And that, to me, is ridiculous. The guy led the league in 3-point shooting in the second half last year, and he broke the Knicks record for most 3-point goals made. The guy can shoot. You telling me you got a weapon. You're struggling every night in three-point shooting. I mean, a couple of nights when you get hot, okay. But for the most part, you're struggling every night in three-point shooting, and you got a guy, and he's a weapon, and you're not using him? Just saying. I get the defensive side of it, but Knicks need to do better, and Thibodeau is not doing it. Quentin Grimes played 7 minutes and actually looked pretty good in these 7 minutes. I was happy to see him out there. This is the most comfortable I think he's looked so far in this young season, which is fair because he needs time to kind of get his legs under him, he needs to get comfortable in the new way they're moving on the offensive side. He even tried to do a little drop. It was a bad pass, but he tried to do that little thing where he broke down and got into the lane and tried to pass it to Julius. So that's good because that's a new thing that he wasn't doing last year that he started working on in the summer league and all that. It was a bad pass, but it was a good idea. Excuse me. Let's see. He was 2 of 4 from the field, 50%, 1 of 3 from 3, 33%. He had 2 rebounds, and he finished with 5 points. And so that's pretty much what the guys did last night. Offensively, this wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. It was pretty good from them. Defensive wise is where I would say that they had a lot to be desired. Before I click on this, I want to look at something real quick. Let's see here, guys. So I heard them say it, so I'm just counting myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in double figures. 8 guys in double figures for the Detroit Pistons. Detroit came back and cut it to 4, I think, at one point. And with no Cade Cunningham. It's tough, man. I don't know what to say about this Knicks team. The defense is like Bogan. He was feeling it, and he didn't even hit threes. He just, and this is another thing, guys. Look at the difference when the Knicks have a problem with height. There's no ways around it. The Knicks are a small team, and they probably need to do something to address the height issues on this team. Whether that is something they do at the trade deadline or in the offseason, the Knicks need to get taller in certain areas. We're just too small. The guys are taking advantage of us all around the league. Bogdanovich was shooting over everybody. He couldn't even hit. He wasn't even hot from 3, but his 2s, he was shooting over everybody. It's just, that's a problem for us. It's an issue. Jaden Ivey had 10 points. Bogdanovich had 25. So you had no Cade Cunningham. Your young stud rookie still hasn't become that young stud in the league yet, right? So the Knicks definitely should have won this game, which I'm glad they did. But this game shouldn't have been close. It really shouldn't have. Alec Burks chipped in, the rivalry, the old team. He had to do something. He had 17 points in Alec Burks fashion. But, I mean, Sadiq Bey had 11 points. And he gets hot. He's a firecracker. This is a team the Knicks should have blew out. With what they got, should have blew them out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's look at the game charts real quick, and let me take a look at the chat. Make sure, see if there's anybody who came in. I want to give you guys a shout out just in case I missed you guys. Yeah, I see a couple people are here. Definitely appreciate you guys. First off, shout out to Silver Surfer in the building. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Let me see. Hold on. J Boogie's in the building. Appreciate you. He said another cartoon Saturday morning. Remember when we used to watch them cartoons? Shout out to the chat. Blessings, health, and happiness. You tuned in. That means, Ron, we still Knicks fans. Facts. And I want to get to something with about J Boogie in a little bit. After I get through this, some of these stats, I want to talk about J Boogie in a bit. So appreciate you as always, my brother. Good to see you. Let's see who else. Worldwide L is in the building. Salute. Good to see you, my brother. Appreciate you guys. I say it all the time. Never stop, bro. If you haven't already done so, check out For the Love of the Game with my man Hard Will and Worldwide L. That's right. It's For the Love of the Game, the number 4. FOUR, love of the game. Check them out. That's how you find them. It's the number 4. It's not FOUR. It's the number 4 OUR. Okay. Salute to them. William from Brazil is in the building. What's good, William? Appreciate you. Good to see you as always. Cam did play good defense on Ivy. Look, I can't knock Cam. What he's doing on the defensive end has been good. It's been impressive. But my whole thing is like, is it impressive because we just don't have anybody else who can do it? Or is he really, like, how does he stack up defensively around the league? That's probably something for another show. And looking into the numbers and seeing what's going on with that. And you know what? Let me throw this in the chat just in case anybody wants to jump on. You know, let's see. Dwayne Dennis is in the building. Salute. He said, wow, for a defensive coach, why can't Tibbs get his team to play stifling defense? Defense is a team activity. Not all of the players are on board. Most of them rely on Robinson to pick up the slack. And that's a fact. You ain't saying nothing that ain't true, Dwayne Dennis. That is a fact. I don't know what's going on with this team right now. I really don't. I don't. Bodega Wi-Fi in the building. Salute. What's good? Appreciate you. Margaret Edwards, good to see you. Where you been, Margaret? I haven't seen you too much lately. Last night game was very lackluster. Tibbs continues to get hit this effort. Tibbs might get fired. I agree. You know, the only reason why the Knicks won last night is because they're just a better team than Detroit. Detroit's just worse than us. Fly God, my guy, a.k.a. C_Mac in the building. Defense was hot garbage. Yeah, you ain't lying. Building blocks was good. Salute. Sherwin is in the building. What's good? He said quickly will be extension eligible this coming off season. Yep, so will Obi. Rival teams think New York will be motivated to move at least one of their guards by the trade deadline to open up playing time. I can see that being true. Yeah, I did see the breaking news. Like I saw it yesterday, and I just got another message now. Yeah, not a lot, but there's some teams that have been calling the Knicks with interest into Emmanuel quickly. Kaiser Soze, what's good, man? Good to see you. He said fire Tibbs and blow this team up. They might have to. Bro. I don't know. I'm hoping not, but you know, they might have to. Stafford Don, more fire, rhythm beats, bo. What's good, brother? Good to see you, man. Marvin, what's good, man? Good to see you. Let me see. Okay, I think I got all the newcomers. Smash that like button, guys, if you haven't done so already. It takes you 2 seconds. Drop that chat down, hit the like button, bring the chat right back up. Appreciate you guys, man. I thank you for your time, and I appreciate you guys for being here as always. So, give a quick bigger look for everybody, just to take a look at this. Let me see. Okay. All right. So, you guys can see, obviously, points per game. I mean, points in the game, we won that 121 to 112. Rebounds, we barely got it, but we did do it. 47 to 43. Assists, not at the number where I'd like us to be. I like us to be at 25 or more, but I'll take the 23 if it's better than them. Cool. 7 steals. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second, man. Sometimes you need a real, you got to let it happen. Yeah, had to get a nice hard cough, clear the throat. We're good. All right, so we had 7 steals to their 6. We had 3 blocks to their 6, which is understandable without Mitch there. And Jericho wasn't really a big presence on the block side in this game. So, they got us on that one, 6-3. Turnovers, 15 to 11. I'm glad we were at 11 and not higher. We've had a couple games at 21 and stuff like that. We don't need to see that. So that's good. That's a good sign. The assist to turnover ratio was a lot more, good to see, more efficient, if you will. From the field, they shot 46%, which, I mean, that's not good. And we shot 44%. Look at this three-point shooting. They shot 22%. And they're not a good three-point shooting team either by any stretch. But Bogdanovich is it over there. We shot 25% from three. Ugh. Oof. Not good. Free throw percentage. Once again, sometimes we have these remarkable games, right? They shot 75%, which is a really good number. So not bad at all for a team. We shot 93%. So when you get that, that's gold. Another reason why you got to win the game. So that's good to see. And then let me just look here. Sorry, I went too far. Points in the paint. 54-60. Knicks had 60 points in the paint. That's good. Their points in the paint was pretty high too, but like I said, they're not a good three-point shooting team either, so you would expect them to live in the paint. Second chance points, we had 20 to their 13. That's good. And then fast break points, they got us there by 4. They had 11, we had 7. So, yeah. That's the tail of the tape, guys. It's interesting to see what was going on there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because offensively, the game wasn't that bad. Three-point shooting was horrible, but offensively, I think the Knicks did enough to win. The free throw shooting was good. The rebounding, the points in the paint, stuff of that nature was good. The assist-to-turnover ratio was good. The only issue that you could really point to and say it's still here, it's all year, is the defense. The defense has just been bad. It's just not good. I don't know what's going on. And that is the reason why I have that bad feeling, guys, that Tom Thibodeau is on the chopping block and it's going to happen. I just feel it's going to happen at some point in the season because this is a gimme. It's a gimme game. It's a gimme game. Now all of them are going to look like this. We'll see how they fare tomorrow against OKC. But, yeah, man, it's not good. What they're doing on the defensive end, it doesn't make any sense. And I don't want to hear, do I know that Jalen Brunson is not a great defender? I know he's bad too. He's almost another carbon copy of Kemba, much more effective with everything else he does. But on the defensive end, he looks a lot like what Kemba does. Kemba tries to get charges on people because of his height. Jalen Brunson tries to get charges on people because of his height. It's the same thing. So yeah, man, I hope that we're able to kind of get through what we got going on, man, because this is not good, man. This defensive action that I'm seeing, the effort, the helping, pick up your fellow teammate. I think the system doesn't even fit what I said this before. The system that Tom Thibodeau is trying to run with the way guys shoot 3-point shots in this league nowadays, he's setting the Knicks up for failure. They're gonna get killed, and then you gotta have guys like RJ leave their man to go help other guys who are defensive liabilities. And then you got that poor closeout stuff when it comes to, you're playing this drop coverage. Ah, man, it's just bad, bro. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, I think Tibbs is on his way out. Sorry to say it, but I feel like it's going to happen. It's like sometimes things are unavoidable. And in this case, that may be what it is. So let me see. Let me see here. Get my guy. I see you in the waiting area there. Get my guy in here. Hold on. All right. J Boogie in the building. What's good, brother?
Good early afternoon, my brother. Couple of minutes after morning. Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. Blessings, health, and happiness to you all. What a beautiful Saturday it is. Even if it's raining or thunderstorming, it's beautiful. You know why? Because you woke up, you got life, you got health, your bills is paid. We just passed that portion of life again. Hey, it's a beautiful day to be yourself, man. A beautiful day to be yourself. Welcome yourself today into life. Always. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. Things are what they are. I'm happy to be here. Like you said, bro, another day to wake up, touch this earth, and
That's
be
right.
able to do what I love to talk about these Knicks. And also, be able to be a part of everything and be here for my family because that's all that matters. I got a young boy, 19 in college. I just want to
Yeah,
see him grow and become a young man. And well, he's already a young man, but prosper in life and get to where he wants to go. So I got to be here for that.
man. One thing I can say, and this goes to you as well as a lot of fathers and mothers that I have met throughout the Knicks community. Y'all got kids. I know they're gonna come up to be great second comings of you all. Just by the relationship that I have and the conversations I be having through with all you across the board, I know you're great parents. So, already have no doubts that your son is going to be a major young Ron into this society of life, man. Cause you're a good guy, man. And when you wake up in the morning and you appreciate life that's there, I'm telling you, it's going to turn around and life is going to start appreciating you. That's the thing. When you appreciate life, life will turn around and appreciate you. And man, y'all, all y'all great people, man. All of y'all, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you as always. If I don't say it enough, I mean, I can't say it enough. I say it all the time, man. You're a really good dude, J Boogie. And I want the best for you in everything you do, man, because you give it back to everybody and you make people feel good about who they are and what they got going on. Like somebody woke up this morning and like, man, I don't know. I got this, I got to deal with this. I don't know. Maybe they just said, listen, let me just turn on Know the Ledge, still Nick Fan, see what Ron's talking about
Mhm.
Saturday before I head out. And then he's here, and then he hears you pop on and just hears some inspiring words. And like, you know what? J Boogie, right. J Boogie always says something to make me feel better, man. I appreciate him. And there you go. And then they get their day off right and they feel a little better about life.
Man, I'm happy and grateful to be an inspiration to anybody that's listening. You know what I'm saying? I just know me. I have to practice me being me every single day. I do not allow myself to get comfortable. And when you don't allow yourself to get comfortable, you don't stop, you know what I'm saying? You know, reaching for goals, walking a good life and everything. Never get
Mhm.
comfortable and relaxed and comfy with life because you know what I'm saying? There's always somebody out there that's doing worse than us all. But I try to make sure that I know and understand that today is a great day. And my worst of days are even better than my good days because I get to learn from it, experience it, and deal with it on, you know what I'm saying, on a straight on level, you know what I'm saying? And it helps me focus and continue on being good in life. Before I used to have so many things that can just cover up anything that I'm dealing with in life, you know what I'm saying, that I can go and, whatever I'm going through, I can get away from it, take a drink, roll up, smoke,
Mhm.
like, you know, all that there. And when that's gone, I'm still dealing with the situation. So I just encourage everybody to deal with yourself, and then you'll have more outcomes and better outcomes for yourself.
Right. Right. Facts. That's the way you got to look at it, man, because you know what? Certain things ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like life is life, and you're gonna
Mhm.
have to go through the ups and downs and deal with everything that comes along with it. All you can do is be positive about it, and then hope that you
Mhm.
catch a break. Do the right thing. Don't do anything to go out there and hurt nobody else. Worry about yourself. Worry about how your family or your friends, whoever is in your life, needs you, and just do the right thing, man. And
That's
certain
it.
things will open up. You're gonna go through some tough times,
Yes,
but
always.
it cycles. It cycles.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep, you
man.
said it right. Do the right thing. Position yourself. You can't receive until you position yourself. As long as you're in position, the receivings are on their way. But position yourself. Yep.
Facts, facts. And shout out to King Ribby. Thank you for being here, brother.
What
Appreciate
up,
you
Brad?
as always. Knicks 100 in the building. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Um, he said, "Oh, now get this. What if Knicks actually let Tibbs finish out his contract? Isn't timing perfect for all these players? Then we move forward from there. Anything can happen. We'll see. We're definitely gonna. Look, the writing's on the wall where he could get fired, but we'll see. You never know. Stranger things happen. When it's time for him to go, then the Knicks might want to hold on to him, and the fans might be like, it ain't his fault for everything, which is true. It's his fault for everything, but there's some situations here where you could say that he is to blame for certain things. But we'll get back into that. While I got J Boogie here, let me put this up for y'all. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to kind of blow it up to make it even bigger, but hopefully it's big enough. Okay, it's not that bad. Let me see here. All right, give me 1 second. Let me just add it like this. Here we go. It didn't do it. Weird. All right, give me 1 more second, guys. Let me figure out why that didn't happen the way I want it to happen. Because I would love to get it to be, I don't know, it's supposed to be the whole joint, and it's not the whole joint. Okay, give me 1 more second. I'll get it. So anyway, J Boogie, so I know you got some stuff, some hotness that's coming very soon. And J Boogie was gracious enough to allow me to see the album art for something he's dropping soon, or should I say the cover art, and he'll be able to talk a little bit more about it. And he wanted you guys to take a look at it, see what you thought about it as well, man. J Boogie's always someone who gives people a chance to see what's going on and gives them the music and everything, because he supports all Knick content creators and the channels, and we try to do the same for him. So appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, let me try to do it this way, because for whatever reason, it's a little funky Comodino over here. Yeah, man. Okay, let me try to do it like this. All right, let me do it like that, and I'll do it like that. So I add it this way and kind of do it a little backwards, but you get the point. You guys understand what the point of this whole thing is. And let me download this as boom.
See, you have to be a magician behind the boards, and that's why y'all need to hit the like button. When you see all these great content holders and they're doing what they're doing, and behind the screen, you're getting live footage on this man striving to make something happen. So, hit the like button. Let's appreciate our content creators a whole lot more, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. For whatever reason, I couldn't get it up the way I wanted it to, so I had to add it to a program and drop it like a slide. But the point is, I get it going. That's all that matters. Hey, there you go. All right, guys. So this is what it's looking like, man. What y'all think? Look at that. You got the parental advisory, explicit content pulling up for 3. J Boogie over. Look at, got the city in the background. He's above the garden. Got the J Boogie on the garden. You know what I mean? I like this. Is dope, bro. I love it. I wonder what y'all think in the chat, man. What y'all think about this? And do y'all understand the meaning behind it? Pulling up for 3. It's a play on words. You know what I mean? There's a double meaning to that, but it ain't what you think. Can you explain to them what it really is, J Bug?
Yes, please give me your input, what you think, because I'm always doing it for the people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always come first. But pulling up for 3, I know it might seem like a player coming down court and he just pulling up for 3. Now, what this is meaning, this is just a little glimpse of what the album is going to be like. So I'm pulling up and dropping off 3 tracks for y'all. You know what I'm saying? As of right now. So that's just the 3 single cover. Also got a full album cover, but this right here is just something that my team put together and everything. So we trying to make this as official as we can be, and we need everybody to make sure that they participate within this situation, because as this project goes, trust and believe, all of us go. We all go, because I be name dropping people and everything inside my music and everything, people that I see in the chats and everything. But J Boogie has worked hard on this material right there to get it right. I didn't have it right last year because I was experiencing things that I didn't know, so it caused me to miss it. But this time around, I'm not missing it because I'm including us as a whole, whereas we know the New York Knicks is our team, but we're more or less talking about the the surroundings of the team this time. So therefore, we right on point, right on time. Get ready, let this right here go. I'm pulling up for 3. I'm dropping 3 singles off rip, off top. The first one is going to be All Eyes on Us. The second one is the biggest, which I just completed the video. I can push the button and that can be released right now. That's crazy. That's fire. Also, you know, the Christmas song from last year, when it dropped, it was 2 days after Christmas. So now we re-dropping it. So therefore, it can be in the hands of the people that want to go and snatch it before Christmas. I'm also on my way up there, you know, get ready to shoot a video, me. Appreciate and thank you, Papa Left. Thank you and appreciate Cully. All 3 of us are going to be playing roles inside the video. So we working hard for this music to try to entertain us, you know what I'm saying, in the way that we love, you know what I'm saying. Even when things look down and don't look bright, just know that, you know, J Boogie working to bring us some entertainment, you know what I'm saying, something that you can ride to, something you can rock to. You know, this is hip-hop basketball, and this is something that this is something that we all knew had happened before, but it didn't really happen. But J Boogie is making sure that this right here, this is hip-hop basketball right here. I'm talking all basketball, and I'm turning them inside life situations. Also included, you know, on this album, because the way the video was made, the song of my mom's is going to be it because it was on video made within a basketball form of life. That video is done also. So when I release the whole project in February, you're going to have songs and you're going to have videos. You know what I'm saying? That's something people are not doing. They're not, you know, entertaining the video along with their packages. I'm trying to make sure I entertain y'all with the music, you know what I'm saying, the proper production and the video and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you know, putting it out for y'all, hoping y'all liking, y'all enjoying it and everything. But just know, J Boogie is coming with some serious music, you know what I'm saying? This is music, you know, it's not just talk. This is basketball music what I'm doing. And I'm really in the crates of the Nick life, the chat life, and I'm pulling out things, you know what I'm saying? Magician magic work, you know what I'm saying, going on. I put it to you, I'm overblow myself. I'm doing to basketball what Nas just did to his street album.
Oh man,
this is what I'm doing. I knew Ryan wasn't gonna like that.
Yeah, listen, you know, y'all, if y'all don't know, I love Nas, but I'm a big Jay-Z head. But I can't even front, man. This last album from Nas is fantastic, bro. I gotta give him mad props. This is fire. So it is what it is.
That guy right there does not never stop seeming to amaze me, man. You know, just like a lot of y'all's, man. I love to be amazed and entertained by people's great work. You know, you must honor and respect somebody else's work. You know, that's how your work is going to be looked at. When you appreciate what somebody else is doing in life, you're going to turn around and appreciate what you're doing in life. You can't just, you know, want your appreciation, not give no appreciation. You can't want love and not give no love. You know what I'm saying? You can't want a hug without giving a hug. You know, that's just how it is in life, man. You know, the more and more you put out, the more and more you get in. But when you put something out in some type of form of way, you know, if you don't get nothing back, guess what? You still reached your goal, because you gave something to somebody that they never probably thought that they was getting ready to get. That's why I always say, yo, if you get a chance, give somebody a hug you never thought. You know, when I pull up to the corners and the lights and them people out there, you know, with the cardboard signs and whatever they doing, you know what I'm saying? I know that that's a hustle. I know that. But in my heart, in my view, I can give him something, you know. I can give him something, and if I can give him something, I'm going to give it to him because I'm in position to give it to him, you know what I'm saying? The great one above me knows my intentions. What they do with it, that's on them, but I didn't give it to them for their doing. I gave it to them for my doings, you know, and that's just what it is, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, you know, being able to deal with an issue and forgiving somebody. You ain't really forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them for you. So you can move on and be cool with the rest of your life and, you know, not have that hanging over you, you know. Yeah, I hear you, J Boogie.
No doubt, baby.
Yeah, so this is dope, guys. I see people putting the fire emojis in it. People like it, J Boogs. I knew they would. I mean, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is fire. Let me see here. I don't know how far back did I go. Okay, there Okay, I think Sherwin's talking to somebody else about it. I thought he wanted to see something like, what writing you talking about, Sherwin? Anyway, but yeah, man. Yeah, the positivity is always there. We need it. We need to hear it and feel good about it. And you know, especially when we're dealing with a team like these Knicks, man,
Right.
all the heckle and jekyll, the up and down they got going on. We need the positivity. So yeah, man, definitely. If you guys like the cover art, put that fire emoji in the chat for my man J Boogie. You know, you guys understand that J Boogie does a lot. There's so much stuff that goes on that people don't think about, and the stuff that he does for people, how he lends his time and effort, and how he just goes like. You got to understand, everybody's time is valuable. J Boogie's got a family. He's got a real time, you know, full-time job that he's doing. He's still finding time, putting in a lot of hours in the studio to record these tracks and get things done. He's flying around to the East Coast on our side to come shoot videos and stuff. It's a lot going on, man. And the fact that he does all this, and really, it's just like being a content creator. The money ain't here right now, folks. You know what I mean? He's fortunate to be in a situation where he's able to do certain things, but he's not even benefiting from his craft the way he should be. And he still lends his time, his positivity, his words, how he, you know, gives it up to guys in the community, how we talk outside of this, like on the phone, just regular. You know what I mean? There's a lot to J Boogie. So I'm not just saying it because he's here, and I'm not just saying it because it's a good thing to say. J Boogie deserves it. I appreciate you, my brother, always. You're a good dude, man, and I want everything, every bit of success for you and your family, and for people you're associated with, the people that work with you, the video creators, you know, the videographers, the people who take flicks for you, the people you may be collaborating with, the Cullies, the Papa Lefts, whoever's, you know, does stuff with you that you rock with. I want everybody to build and grow and be able to get some success out of it, man, because you guys put in the work. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you all, man. And yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but hey, it got to be done. The one thing about, you know, I can't say this is what I owe to my mother. You know, my mom's was playing a role with me, far as, you know, helping me with the music and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the situation. My mom passed away, and you know, and one of the things she had told me, you know what I'm saying, you know, she, like, when I used to come over to the house and I'd be at the house and I'd get up on the podcast, and y'all know I'm very energetic and everything. I'm, you know, I'm motivated. She used to say, do you got to be that loud with what you're doing? Do you have to? And I'm like, Ma, okay, Ma, okay. Y'all never heard me saying that to her, you know, because I put, you know, the mic on mute, but my mom used to say that. But my mom, she watching, she enjoyed seeing her son, you know, doing something that he was happy with. But my mom's told me before she passed away, you make sure you put this music out. I want to see the videos. I'm not helping you just to do it and you ain't doing nothing. You know, that's what my mom's was telling me. So, you know, blessings to my moms. Thank you, moms, for everything that you know what I'm saying, you provide and you still doing for your child, you know what I'm saying? And thank you to from all the mothers that played great roles into all the children and all the mothers today that are still playing the great roles into their children. And thank you to all the fathers that played great roles, you know what I'm saying, to their children. And thank you to all the fathers today that are playing the roles to their children. So, you know, thank you for parents. Parents, thank you for them. You know, I know it's blessful for the kids and everything. If you are a child and you got a chance to say thank you for you being a parent, please let them know. Let them know. You know, just let them know. Give them their flowers while they're here. Give it to them.
Facts.
You know, with that note, you know, and yeah, this music is entertainment and everything. You know, so I know times it's tough with the Knicks, but just know that the teams that we're losing to right now are teams that really supposed to beat us. Teams that are better than us. Teams that are more prepared swing for the fences. Teams that are more prepared to go towards, trying to go win a championship. Those are the teams that we lost to. We have not lost to nobody that's, that's a downgrade from our squad. Now, do we want to be good as them? Do we want to reach the point? Do we want to know when are we taking the steps towards them and everything? Yes, we do. And we so much want to be, inside that environment right now that when we can't beat these teams, it brings some frustration. But the worst thing about it is you can panic for real if we start losing to the bums. We ain't losing to the bums, and we're losing the teams, that in actuality should be beating us. See, when you get that line from Vegas, when they giving you points, that means you're supposed to lose. When we play all the Milwaukees, when we play the Clevelands, we played the Atlantas, when we played who else? The Memphis, somebody else is out there. I can't think of it. But when we played these guys, they were favored to win. So, we got to allow ourselves and give ourselves a chance to really find the right piece and situation for this squad. And then we can really go all in. But now we still in development stage. We still in trying to get it right stage. We still in trying to figure it out. We still trying to, find out if we got, if RJ can be this. We still trying to figure, is Tom the best coach, for this and all that. This is what we're trying to figure out now. You know what I'm saying? But long as we're not losing to them bums, I couldn't take losing to them at all. The Detroits, the Orlando Magics and everything, thank God Brunson is here and he's making sure we don't lose those bum games so far. Because we'd have lost them last year. Last night, guess what? What's his name? Livins, whatever.
Livers, yeah.
Yeah, the guy that they were saying that lost the championship to Brunson and all that right there. Guess what? Brunson went on the floor. We lose that game. Then we like, yo, here we go again. Another unknown player making a name against us in our building. So, it's some good things, even though it hurts and, y'all deserve, to be rooting for a championship contending team. Y'all deserve that because you give your, your hard sweat, your money earned, everything, your heart, your blood, everything towards it. So y'all deserve that. But, right now we just not in position to go ahead to be, playing that role. And much as we would love to, we the biggest franchise, the number one market, we deserve all that, you know what I'm saying? But just because we're the market and all that doesn't mean that, that team is automatically going to be like that. No, you got to work to get to that position, you know what I mean? And it hurts, but I love and appreciate me being inside the life of the growth of it because I do know when that day comes, I can celebrate them hard times even more. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it, through all these tough times and rough times with dealing with the Knicks and everything. But when you look at the other franchises, the Golden State Warriors and all that, let me tell you, them people didn't have them people beside them when they was down like that. When they ain't had no Steph Curry and all that, and they ran out on them after Mitch Richmond was gone. Cully, what's my man, left-handed dude from St. John's?
Chris Mullin.
Chris Mullin. When all them left and everything, Spreewell and all them was gone. You see they draft Chris Webber and got rid of him. When all that, nobody. Where was they fans? Nowhere. But while we're down, where are we at? We right there. That's love and hunger and appreciation for something. That over there is fake. I don't want you around me when I get success. Be around me to see me do the things that puts me into success. That's what makes it more enjoyable for all of us together. And right now, we're just not in that point to beat all these teams. But when you look at it from the outside, looking at it, we're still in the top 8, ain't we? In the East?
We are.
And we haven't got over the hump yet. And everybody been saying, yo, the schedule is brutal early. Yo, the schedule is brutal in late. Oh, the schedule is brutal. Yeah, we 500 through brutal so far. But if we can win some of them games that we ain't supposed to win and continue on winning the games that we supposed to win, we can be, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the season, you know, be better far as our record numbers. But just always know this is not championship mode. It's not. Tom's walks after the game into the locker room is getting slower because he don't know if he can ready to go back there and be fired. You know, he used to go by like this, but now they just like said they're getting slower. You know? But we
ain't lying, people, brother. You ain't lying. It's very true, bro. That's how you got to look at it. Shout out to the chat once again. Hard Wills in the building. Appreciate you.
Shout out.
I shouted your brother out earlier, and you know, for the love of the game, guys. Once again, that's the second part of the duo.
Man. Shout out to Canteen Wireless, man. Canteen Wireless, man. Shout out to them people, man.
Yeah, man. Salute. Shout out to Francisco Carrillo in the building. Appreciate you. Nick D is in the building. And he had something to say. He said, J Boogie, your involvement with all podcasts is very inspirational to many. Keep on pushing, my brother. Much respect. Facts.
No doubt.
100%.
Thank you.
Somebody. Justin King is in the building. Salute to you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Delano Steele Jr. in the building. What's good?
Junior.
That's right. Mets, Knicks fans, let's go. And he even threw in the Mullen. Yeah, they was trying to help us out. Yeah, I was like, I was right there. That's right.
We got so much popularity that sometimes you can, you know, not remember something, but man, yeah, it's good to have the backup. Appreciate the chat. DS was definitely good, brother.
Nev the Disruptor is in the building. What's going on, Nev? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Eddie F is in the building. Good to see you. And Mets, Knicks fans, let's go. I did say that already, but appreciate you once again. Yeah, man. So listen, I had already mentioned it earlier, right? I said this guy, look at my guy Jarvis in the building. What's going on? New Orleans in the building.
Job, what's good, my brother? How you doing, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to the family, man. To the family.
Good to see everybody, man. Good to see Jarvis. Always a pleasure. I said it before, guys. I said, listen, certain gentleman who is starting to heat up. Okay, we know how he is. It's frustrating. I know. We got to watch it every season, but this is who he is. He knows it. We know it. So all we can do is deal with it. RJ Barrett is a slow starter, but the guy is starting to turn it on. And he's starting to turn it on when MSG starts to throw them stats out. In his last 4 games, when guys are starting to get it together. And it's the truth. It is what it is. In his last 4 to 5 games, RJ is averaging some nice numbers. And guys, how funny does this work? I say this all the time about players, NBA players especially. When guys start to play better on the offensive end, notice how they're usually their intensity and their effectiveness starts to improve on the defensive end. They start to get into it because they're going good on their side of the ball, and now they want to add something to the defense. I'm not saying that's happened with the Knicks because the Knicks still look trash on defense.
Yes.
However, notice that now that RJ is starting to get in the flow of the game, his shots are starting to fall. He's getting more efficient. He's getting better, overall stats. Notice his turnovers are starting to improve. Now he's not making as many bonehead mistakes as he was making before, because you start to let the game just play out. You start to just have fun out there and just go with the flow of the game. You're not thinking as much. You make a lot of mental errors when you're too deep in your own thought process. It's not good. It's not good. Shout out to Mike Boy in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here as always. Appreciate you. Yeah, Bricks Nation. I we got some issues. We're a little soft. I don't want to say what you said, but I hear you. But let's talk about my guy right now. Let's take a look at what he was doing last night, because he was doing pretty good. Look, RJ. This is classic RJ doing his little left-handed floater, always going left. You know what he does, and the rest of the league knows what he does, but somehow he's able to do it. Look at this little cross. Oh, spin back. Guess where he's going? Left.
You see that reverse pivot, drop step. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Look, this is interesting because you see he's getting in the flow of the game, going left once again. Now, that was a tough contested shot. He still got it to go. I really want RJ to kind of work on mixing things up a little bit, but that's what he does. Now, a couple outside shots. He's got one here. That looked good. And
you know what? And that tray right there, normally that's in the other corner. So he's moving around.
Which is good. Good to see. Now he moved a little bit over. Bang. And his splash. When it's splash, that at least he's got the form down. He ain't gonna hit every shot, but it looked good there. Then, that's his bully ball right there. Too little. That guy knows he can't hang with him. That's fine. Good to see. Here we got a situation where Brunson is looking for somebody. Oh, Julius. Oh, Julius making the right pass. I don't know if Julius would have made that pass last year. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to be funny. Here we got RJ dribbling the ball, trying to do something, maybe a little too much. That is horrible defense on Detroit's end, okay? But we'll take it. RJ again, doing a little back down. Killian Hayes cannot hold RJ. He knows it. Easy. All right? And, this is just breaking down what we saw last night from RJ. Good thing I don't have defensive highlights, because that would have been bad. But here, once again, he went right with the right. Look at that, guys. All right, nice to see. Oh, RJ in that corner, taking it back in. Oh, look at the pass. Look at that play. That was probably the play of the night, guys. The play of the night right there. That little, Jalen going in, finding RJ. RJ then penetrating and kicking it back out to Jalen for the nice 3 splash. Really good play. This is what you like to see. On the offensive end, the Knicks look a lot better last night. Of course, it was against a poor defensive team, because Detroit's got some holes that they got to fix too. I don't know what's their deal, because I think they have some talent over there that can play on both ends. I don't know why they're struggling as bad. I know it could be chemistry, but we'll take it. But it's not good, man. Knicks got to figure something out, because we let them get right back in the game once again. We had a nice little lead, and then they cut it to, at 1.4 points in the fourth quarter. I don't know, J Boogie. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, bro. Can you call it?
we got to figure some things out. One thing, like we know RJ's a slow starter, but we don't want to use that as an excuse for him. We know you're a slow starter, so we cool with it until you get it going. Now you need to go ahead and get it going. You know what I'm saying? You need to put your hand, you know what I'm saying? You need to have your input on the game. And if it takes for you to just score, for your game to be good, then brother, you need to take a step back and look at your game. Your game, if one thing, your bread and butter, whatever your bread and butter is, and we still haven't figured out what, but RJ's bread and butter, I'm going to say, is probably his drive, his go hard drive left. That's his bread and butter to this game. But if that's not working for you, you got to do other things. So if you're not able to score, you got to do other things. Go grab rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Get a defensive stop. Mentioned it to somebody the other day. When the last time you're a Duke product? When the last time you pat the floor? You needed to make a stop. You did a bonehead foul on Bogdanovich last night. Bonehead. You don't need to foul. So when you're not scoring and stuff like that, you got to continue on doing other things. It's okay to rebound. It's okay to take a charge. It's okay to make an assist. You know what I'm saying? You're doing good with your free throw. Continue on working the other things that's not, you know what I'm saying? Continue on working the other things and bringing them up. So then when you do start scoring and everything, then you all the way across the board. But yeah, we know you're a slow starter, but we deal with it. We New Yorkers, we gonna wait for you, In our prime time, our young ages, you know what I'm saying? Saturday was a great day. So today is all Saturday. Ron comes on still. It's always a great day. Back in the days, you used to watch the monster movies, King Kong versus Godzilla, you know what I'm saying? All those, the karate movies, the 5 Deadly Venoms, the Golden Arms, and all that. But before those things came on, you watched cartoons in the morning. Some of your favorite cartoon characters and things you used to watch, it's Courageous Cat and the Frog and those type things. But you know what was another a famous cartoon that stood out that was crazy and you wondered how? The turtle beat the rabbit. Bugs Bunny. You remember that? The turtle beat the rabbit. So this is what you need to do, turtle. Be there at the end and win and finish strong. You know what I'm saying? You need to beat the rabbit, RJ. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. Speed your game up. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're slow, but speed it up and win in other columns and other areas. You know what I'm saying? That you're not that's not standing out right now. You don't have to worry about scoring and everything. We don't like you for your scoring. We like you and love you for your hard work, your energy that you provide and bring to the team. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know what I'm saying, allows us to be like, yeah, we got a baby boy, you know? So, you know, just got give it to us. You owe it to us. You know what I'm saying? Make us some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, man. What's wrong with you? You got the doors.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I don't know why this game is it's an easy game to play when you just do what you need to do. Don't overthink it. Just go out there and do what you can do. Like RJ is the reason why he was the number 3 pick overall. He's got the talent. Yes, he's different from other guys. He doesn't have the height that some other guys have. He doesn't have the athleticism, and he doesn't even have the explosiveness that some other guys have. But doesn't mean he can't be I've seen, listen, people forget this NBA has been around for a long time. J Boogie, you know, we watched guys who didn't have all of the natural gifts and still they killed. You know, back in I mean, they just knew how to play. You know what I mean? So he's got to figure it out, bro. He's got to figure it out.
Kill Alex English. He didn't have no skills and all that like that, but kill. You know, those that don't know who Alex English is come from the Denver Nuggets. That's where Reggie Miller. That's where Rip Hamilton. That's where all these guys, Ray Allen. That's where they learn how to move without the ball. The greatest man that never touched the ball, but as soon as he touched the ball in his movement, buckets. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Man, we watched, man. I seen some great guys. You said you touched the nerve when you said you see some great guys.
I'm sure you did, bro. I know. I mean, listen, sometimes you forget.
I ain't that much older than you, Ron. Stop that. You talking about, I'm sure you did. Talking about, I'm sure you did. Like I was born in the 40s or something.
I know you ain't that old, but I'm saying, like, I saw really good basketball in the early 90s going forward, and there was really good basketball to be played prior to that in the 80s, and I'm not even thinking about the 70s, but it was like in 60s and stuff like that. I didn't see a lot of it. I didn't witness. I watched highlights, but I wasn't there to witness and watch the actual games being played. So I know it is what it is, man. Guys just played differently. They played better, more team oriented, and it was solid. Like, it's just like everything has changed. It gets watered down. It's not the same way it used to be. Music was a certain way. It was about hits. You had to come out with quality. Your harmonies had to be right. The evolution of the song had to be a certain way. You couldn't just throw out anything. In today's age, where you can make songs on your computer and put it out there, things are a little different. Basketball, now it's all about 3-point shooting. People don't worry about shooting a quality 2-point jumper that you're going to hit. I'll take the 3. Gives me an extra point. Like stuff like that. It is what it is. Yeah, man. Shout out to Bo Ismail in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Allah Wise is in the building. Salute.
Arm, leg, arm, head. Peace, Allah.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. Listen, like, look, what I don't want people to think is that because of this game last night, whereas the Knicks defense was bad once again, but the offense was better, doesn't mean we forgot about what we saw against Brooklyn. That was the worst display of basketball I've seen in a little while. Definitely the worst display I saw this year.
Exactly.
And in a rivalry game at that, I was really like, I was losing it. I was mad. I'm not going to keep saying it, but I'm going to say it again for these purposes. I was mad enough that I was going to cut the game off at the end of the third quarter, but I knew I needed to watch it because of what I'm doing. So that's how bad it was.
Right.
And I haven't felt like that in a minute. To cut the game off.
I'm right. I'm right there with you, my brother. I feel exactly where you're at. So many years the Yankees was good and the Mets wasn't. But when they had that Subway game, that Subway series, Yankees versus Mets, you threw the records out the book. The Mets came to play. The Mets came to play every time they played the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? The Giants and the Jets, you throw that out. The Rangers in the you throw that out, no matter what your record. So I say that like, that's not just our crosstown. That's just not our NBA rival. That's our crosstown, and they share the same city with us, dude. You got to get up for that game. Your pride, your respect. You know what I'm saying? A lot is on the line. No, all the names of the team is not. No, you got the ball. You got to, show the honor and the respect for this city. You know what I'm saying? Yourself. When New York wins, it's a New York thing. But when Brooklyn wins, it's a borough thing. Even though it's in New York, but they see it as just like Brooklyn, we won. We beat New York, and they're in New York. So yeah, you gotta be prepared. That was sad. What was the pride, the dignity, and everything, man? They didn't even come in the building and coming off a good win that they went and fought for. They went and fought and took that Minnesota game. So that's supposed to carry on. That was 2 games in a row while Big Three, they was performing it. They didn't even show up. It was nowhere around, man. Matter of fact, I think they drove their own cars to the game. They didn't come on the team bus, no nothing. They must have just, what time we got to be there, coach? All right, I'll be there. I'm gonna drive. Parked outside of the parking meter. Went in the building, man. That was what?
Yeah, that was Yeah,
and
that was
don't circle that.
good.
Don't circle that game. None of y'all. Don't circle that game for when they get back in the garden. When you circle a game and you circle a player, you know what I'm saying, that you want to get at, you don't circle it when you come home. You circle it when you go into their arena. You're supposed to do what you do inside your own building, but you need to go get that person or go get that squad when you in their building. Don't circle nothing. We got to get them on this date. I don't want to hear that. Go get them next time you get them playing a building.
That's a fact. I hear you. J Boogie is spot on, man. We got to do what we got to do when it matters. Like, can't keep, first off, you can't keep talking a certain way. Like the Knicks is puffing out their checks like they're doing something, and they haven't done anything, especially when it comes to this Brooklyn team. Like you can't continue to do that. Like at some point you got to put up a shut up. It's not looking good. And then this is the difference. The difference when you have a player like a KD, a player like a Donovan Mitchell, and I'm not really comparing. KD's above Donovan Mitchell, but I'm saying like when you got those type of players who know that a game means something and they're gonna try their best to put their stamp on it and get it. Like these type of players, I don't even know if they think about it, but in my head, I always think that they're always like, just let's stay in the game, stay close, or keep the lead until the fourth quarter. When the fourth quarter gets there, that's when they take over. That's when I'm getting you up out of here. That's what I always worry about.
Yeah, man. I mean, KD is KD. We know KD is going to do him. He's supposed to do him. 6'11", almost 7 foot, 7 foot wingspan with handles. Can cross over, go left, go right, got the mid, got the long, got the 3D, knocks down free throws, and he played D. He does it all. So for me, guess what? Yo, KD, go ahead and get you 70 points tonight. You can have 70 because you're capable of dropping 70. But you know what? We're going to shut everything else down. See, that's the part that hurt it more than anything. You started letting more bums get going. And when they got going, they got comfortable. And then KD was feeling like, okay, I got confidence. I can get y'all the ball. That's where you don't want KD to be at, where he feel like, yo, I'm confident in my guys now. And they some trash. You need KD to feel like I can't pass this ball to nobody. I'm putting it up. That's what they should have been doing all night. Don't help, no nothing. Go get yours. But we shutting everything else down. It's the other guys that killed us. Not KD, the bums. The Curry brother. What's the other dude? Simmons. All these other. Oh my God.
Sumner put up 20 points.
Whatever.
Dude averaged 5 points.
My man was calling him something Boulevard. Oh my God. It's crazy, man. The White Castle's at.
Why does this always happen, J Boogie? Why do these guys who don't do nothing for their careers light the Knicks up? Why does this happen?
I don't know. That's an answer that I would never try to explain. I do not know that one.
It's nuts, man. It just don't make any sense. And it's crazy to me that the Knicks continue to let this stuff happen, knowing that, they got a team that should be able to knock these dudes out. Like, you should be able to take these. Don't get me wrong. Brooklyn is funky because even though Brooklyn's been playing bad basketball, you know that if Brooklyn has it all going on any given night, they could play good basketball. For whatever reason, it has to happen against the Knicks, and the Knicks don't take advantage of the fact that you are technically right now, with everything they got going on, with no Kyrie and the dysfunction, you're a better team. Now, maybe in the end, with Kyrie there and people playing on one accord, they're better. But the Knicks should have been at least made that game more competitive and had a chance to win it. That was horrible. Horrible.
It was a monster movie.
Yeah.
Amityville Horror. Shining.
Yeah, that was horrible, man. Definitely bad, bro.
Katie.
Yeah, man. Like, I know that as much as Julius wants to, like, at some point, Julius, and this is not a knock on Julius. Julius can only do what Julius can do. Julius, is not Carmelo Anthony. He may want it to be. He may work out with him. He may try to do some of the same principles that Carmelo was such a gifted scorer in this league. You guys know everything that's been said about Carmelo and how some people say he's the hardest person to defend on the basketball court because he can do it from everywhere. Right. We can't give that to Randall. He's just not that guy, right? Even though Randall he has his moments, but he's not that guy. To go up against a KD, and like KD's not that much taller than him, but he's a little taller and he's got the length. You can't stop the dude. The only way KD misses is if KD misses. It's not like Julius is affecting his shot. And for him to just back you down, do that little fall away, that 2-point shot is a backbreaker, yo. It just tears your morale in two. That's tough, man. It's tough. I don't envy him. Shout out to Eddie F. He said, still upset, Ron, because this team is capable of not showing up and not caring. I wonder if the summer of trade rumors, facts isn't taking a toll on how much some guys care some nights. It's interesting. I mean, the Knicks are always, around rumors and different things. And it might take its toll on certain. I don't know if it's taking as much toll now because honestly, I think it's kind of quieted down. Like I would feel like certain guys may have been pressing. The only guy that I think maybe I don't know if it's because he wasn't playing that well to begin with is Quickly. Quickly might be like, I could be up out of here. Maybe Quickly's a little concerned. I don't know. But some of these guys, I don't know. And then the whole thing about Obi, like how a rumor starts. Obi gets into it with Jalen Brunson, and then Daddy Brunson comes into the mix. And then they're like, well, Obi's not happy. Obi wants to get out of here. Who said that? Did Obi say that? Nobody's saying that. It's like the narrative starts to begin, and then people start running with it. Obi's a part of this team, and I think he wants to be here. He just got a little, tough love moment where people were trying to talk to him. And we need more of that. Accountability is not something we get a lot of on this team. But honestly, outside of accountability, I really think that as much as Tom Thibodeau has cut his teeth in this league and showed who he is, I think at this time, it's time for a change. I'm not saying the next person that comes in here will be the right person. I'm just thinking the right now is not working.
Okay, so with being that you're saying you got in your mind frame you want Tom out of here, can I say that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right, so I got to put you a little bit on the hot seat. Who are you bringing in? Because I hear guys say all the time, they want such and such out of here and all that. What would be your you James Dolan right now? What would be your person? Who would you bring in?
Well, for me, it's easy because it's the same guy I wanted before they brought in Thibodeau. Some people were on the fence. They weren't really loving him. I'm thinking he didn't do anything wrong and showed us he had a winning product, and then he got the short end of the stick. Kenny Atkinson. That's the guy I wanted before. That's the guy I want now. because I think he works well with young talent. I think he'll get the best out of these guys. I think he'll play the right guys. I think he'll give guys a shot to earn their spots and win out there. And I think he's pretty good at helping develop these young guys. So either way you go, because the Knicks are in limbo, we don't know what the hell we're doing. We want to win now. We don't have a win now team. We want to develop, but we're not developing because we want to win now. We're in the mix. We're in the twilight zone right now with this team. So at least bringing in Atkinson, you don't have that same pressure that you had with Thibodeau, because Thibodeau's got that window, and Thibodeau just wants to win, and he showed us some of his choices. Atkinson is a little bit, and I'm not saying he doesn't want to win, but he just approaches things differently. And Atkinson might be willing to play different guys. He might be willing to run a different lineup out there. And we can say, you know what? He's good with the young guys. He understands personalities. Let's build differently. Let's go out and let's start, retooling. We may not go full rebuild, but let's go in a different direction. Let's look at what we got out here and take this team differently. So that's my choice. I don't know if Daddy Brunson is the right answer, and I definitely don't know if Johnny Bryant's the right answer. So my whole thing is, let's bring in Kenny Atkinson. First off, Golden State is not – they're struggling right now. They'll be fine, but if there was a time to go get Kenny Atkinson, I think now would be the time. I mean, not now, but like sometime soon while they're still in that struggle range. Because when they're flying on all cylinders and everything looks rosy over there, he might say, why do I want to deal with the headache? Everything's good over here. We just won last year. We're probably going to win again this year the way we're moving. But right now, they're in a little turmoil over there. And, there's no telling what could happen. They're going to turn it around, but you never know. There's still things can change. This may not be the year for Golden State. So would you try to go get them?
So would you think like the development of the young guys on the Golden State Warriors team last year and the young guys that's on their team this year too? Do you believe that's Kenny Atkinson's work, developing them, the younger core of the team, getting them up to par and up to speed and ready to go?
I'm not going to put it on him specifically, because I think the Golden State has a really good development staff over there. Like the whole, the whole combination of everybody they got going on over there is really good. Although I will tell you, I'm a little concerned with what I've seen from the big man, Wiseman. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know why he's not getting more minutes or why he's not used differently. Maybe he's just not the right pick for them, which is rare because they've been hitting on everything. I don't know, but Wiseman he's the one guy that I'm like, I don't know what's going on with him. But I think I like what he does with the young guys. And I just look back at that Brooklyn Net team. Even though I didn't like Brooklyn because I'm a Knicks fan, I respected the product. Before they got KD and Kyrie, the guys that they were putting out over there with the Joe Harrises and the Spencer Dinwiddies and that team, they look pretty damn good. And they made some nice runs. So I'm like, okay, this guy knows what to do. He just needs another shot and an organization that believes in him. So I think the Knicks could be that.
Yeah, because I just, I was asking that question because I know like last year, that was like pretty much the first time that they had a young core of guys on the bench. Pretty much like in their past, they pretty much had veteran leaders, coming off the bench, David West, Livingston, so on and so on, on their bench. So guys that, had experience and, knew their roles and understood their role. But I was just asking because they got younger guys. But to me, Kenny Atkinson, that's not a bad choice. And you got somebody that feel like he should still be in, in New York. Just unfortunately, it would be still over there in Brooklyn, because he did wonders with that right there and got them guys doing. So yeah, we do need somebody that can, help lead these young guys and get the young guys going and stuff like that and developing and Tom might be outdated. But unfortunately, right now, we still got to continue on dealing with until, I guess, James Dolan says I had enough. We know that's your man. You brought him in. So, be honest with you, I can't go deal with Tom if I'm not going to deal with you. I can, really, like, what have you done lately? What have you done? I mean, you didn't give us RJ, even though, half of the people want Julius gone, half of them okay with what he's doing now. You didn't even go get Julius. All you done is keep pushing back in the draft. You know, fortunately, great. You went and got Brunson, but no, we ain't get had no father and son combination and doing that. No, we're not going to do that. You know, it's really, because be honest with you, I'll keep straight up. All Brunson really can show guys on the team and show people how not to be a bum. That dude was a bum on a bum. He was a bum on our team. So yeah,
his son got the talent. This is true.
His son got the talent. He was a bum. You know, so all you can do is show our players how not to be a bum.
You know, to what Allah Wise is saying. He said if Atkinson was a real coach, he would have had a head coaching job by now. Why you want to coach don't care about winning? That narrative is fake. We know we all want to win now. We all don't want to win now because there is some Knick fans out there that want to develop and want to make it to the point where 2 years or 3 years from now we can win consistently going forward and build the team. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to lose. I want to win. But I'm not ready to win now as far as thinking we're a playoff team. We can win a championship in the next 2-3 years. Not yet. Not the way this roster looks. So, and with Atkinson, I can't say that he doesn't want to win. He wants to win, but he's about doing the work to get the product to where it needs to be because them Brooklyn Nets was good, man. Now, of course, towards the end, before he got let go, they started to flounder a little bit. And then, of course, you know, you bring in the Kyrie and the KD, and they had their own say in what they wanted, and that's what messed everything up. But Atkinson was doing a good job. Sometimes a coach shows you what they show you, and they present themselves a certain way, and there's nothing wrong with it. And it's just somebody else comes into the mix that has authority and power, and they have a cachet with them, and then the organization has to listen and acquiesce to them, and then it makes the coach look like he's not the right person for the job when he didn't do anything wrong. A la David Blatt from Cleveland. David Blatt did nothing wrong with that Cleveland team. He came into the league winning. He won tons of championships in the European leagues. He's famous out there. He came here. What did he do? He won games with Cleveland. LeBron didn't want him here. LeBron wanted him out of here, wanted his guy Tyronn Lue here for whatever reason. So he could control the narrative, and Tyronn Lue would be like, okay, yeah, I like your idea. I'm going to roll with that. I'm not saying Tyronn Lue wasn't a good coach. He had his moments too. But, you know, LeBron was all over that team. So it wasn't right. But David Blatt, all he did was win. They wasn't even losing when they fired him, when they let him go. He had a really good record.
Right.
Crazy. So,
and then also, too, the Allah Wise, you know, with some of these coaches at the end of the season when they come, you know, a lot of these coaches, you know they have an opportunity to go coach somewhere. They know they have an opportunity, but depending on the situation it is, you know, they take it. Like I might call, you know, Kenny right now, say, Kenny, yo, can you come in? We interested in giving you an interview for the team. You know, Kenny might say, yo, I'm uninterested. I don't want to come in. See, that's a team that he might turn down that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So some of these guys, yeah, they look they all looking to go coach somewhere, but they waiting and looking on the right situation. You know, it has to be the right situation for some of these good assistant coaches to go and take on. You know, like dude that left Golden State. You know, he was there. You know, getting championship rings and playing his role assistant and everything. The right situation came about for him with Sacramento. So he jumped to it. He got a future all-star player and he got a point guard. So, hey, he got some things to work with, you know, but it's gotta be the right situation. You don't want to just take a head coaching job just because, you know, it's a head coaching job and the money. You want to be able to make sure that wherever you go, you can last a little bit. You can help turn around, and they see you deserving to get a second contract. You know, and that's been our situation. A lot of these guys that took the roles here, you know, we were not in position for the organization to be turned. No, we was in some positions, but unfortunately, we didn't turn it around. So therefore, it's your fault. Like old boy that looked like dude that played in Paid in Full, the guy with the glasses. He over there in LA now. He was with Miami. He was our coach. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Like him, they brought him in for the wrong reason. They brought him in because they thought he could recruit during that free agency time. Nobody came with him, you know.
Fizdale.
Fizdale, yeah, they didn't bring Fizdale over here to be the coach of the team. They knew he was a well likable guy. You know, all them guys was free agent, LeBron and all these guys during that time. They thought Fizdale would be able to at least bring somebody in. Nobody came with Fizz. You know why? Because they know he don't know nothing about the game. Just because you my man on the side don't mean you can coach me, dude. You know, so everything has got to be the right situation, man. We need the right piece, the right situation, the right person that can represent this team and turn it around. Maybe some people that want to, you know, see somebody, you know, not saying I want him though, but maybe some people want to see Mark Jackson coming here because they want to get behind him. They know he's a city dude. They know he can stand out. He can be for the city. They know he's going to get the best out of his players. And they know he's going to be up in your butt, you know what I'm saying, when you ain't doing nothing right. Pause. When you ain't doing nothing right on the court, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They know he's going to give it to you real, you know? It's like, you know, when Steph Curry came. He came in there and you're in there shooting gems. Nah, he went over there and pulled the plug and let the rims down. What you shooting for? No, get over here on these cones and get on these light beam balls on the wall so you can learn how to get your hand on speed and dribble up. That's when you're going to be crazy in the league. Until you get a handle on how to pat this rock, you ain't going to be nothing but a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Your game would just be average, Steve Kerr. Just catch and shoot. That's what he would have been. But Mark Jackson, yeah, man, let these rims down. I don't even want to see you up in this gym with a rim up shooting nothing. Handle this rock. Here, take this Riverside golf, this tennis ball. Learn how to pat this tennis ball, this handball. You can master the handball, you can master the basketball. You know, that's the type of things we need, people that can just take over and everything. But I don't know. When Tom is gone, the next piece that comes in here got to be it. It's got to be it. I'm tired of missing.
That's the thing. That's the thing, J Boog. I don't know if that next piece is gonna be it, because it ain't easy to find the guy who's gonna click with the front office, with your owner, with the team, and take the team to the next level, especially when the team doesn't even know the direction they're trying to go in, because they have not proven to us that we know where we're going. What are we doing? I got no clue, bro. I don't know if we rebuilding, if we're winning now, if we're developing talent. What does it look like? We look like we're all over the place. It looks like we're trying to do a little bit of everything. Because we New York. I don't know what it is, because people want to see a product that wins. But if we don't have that product, because I honestly, man, I'm really shocked at the defense. I cannot believe we're playing the type of defense we're playing. So I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm not even gonna ask you the question. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Yeah. So bringing in Leon Rose, he blew it because he came in here with everything. Bad as Steve Mills was, terrible as he was, he before he left, he had a clean. He made a clean slate. But whoever comes in here, you got a clean slate. We came in here, available cap space coming, and draft picks, and here it is. What, 3 years later, this is what we got?
You said it.
Ooh.
I mean, the only thing I could say that this front office has done is gave us more draft capital. We've got that at least. I don't know if the the roster makes a lot of sense because of the coach we got. And then we also had a plan of bringing in young talent and developing, and then, but also having some good pieces. But then you got a coach that is a defensive coach, and you don't give him any defensive pieces. The defensive pieces that we do have are young guys who may not warrant the minutes yet. Not Cam. Grimes maybe warrants the minutes, but he's been unhealthy, so he got to come along slowly. Plus, he also is in a new role. He's got to show us that he can do it on a nightly basis on the court. Because last year he had some moments, flashes, but he didn't show us consistently that now he's ready for the next level. And then you got Deuce, who's a good defender, fits Tom Thibodeau's style. Tom Thibodeau wanted to have him drafted, doesn't use him. So, what are we doing? I don't know. What type of team are you putting together for the coach that you decided to bring in here that wants to win now and plays a certain level of defense, and he doesn't have the pieces that can get him to what he's trying to do? I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, am I bugging? Because it sounds crazy to me.
No, you're not. You're not bugging, my guy. You know, you're not bugging. You know, I just heard again early in the week it came out. Saying that the Knicks are interested in setting themselves up with more draft picks to go get a player or something like that. An all-star player or something like that. We already did that.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they mean like going to try to acquire even more draft picks. I think they're just saying that we have the draft capital and the war chest to go get somebody, and we're not going to really be doing anything until we can go get someone.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. You got the pieces and everything to go get somebody, but you didn't go get Donovan. You didn't. So I don't understand, why would you re-put that back out there? We don't want to hear that again. You had the pieces to go get this dude that really, and I mentioned this to somebody. To me, when I watch Cleveland play, Donovan is playing like, yo, I really don't want to be here, but I'm a good guy and I'm a play. I don't even really see the Donovan motions they used to have in Utah. Donovan was so looking forward to being here that his impressions or even what he's putting out on the team and leading is like, I've been doing this. Compared to if he'd have been in the Garden doing some of those things, he'd have been sick and emotionally in the stands with it. Mm-hmm. We had the pieces to go get a young all-star killer and didn't go get it. I don't want to hear we got pieces to go get an all-star again. I don't want to see the pictures of Bradley Beal and all that. I don't want to see none of that. You had somebody that also would have kept the ball out of Julius' hand. Julius might have been a better cutter right now if he was playing with Donovan and Brunson, because he could have been cutting to be wide open with both of them dudes that could break you down off the dribble. So, I mean, I just, I hate to bring up Donovan, y'all, I really hate to do it, man. And I apologize to the chat, but I just don't want to hear about going to get another all-star when you didn't go get an all-star. You had the pieces. And the way it's looking like right now with the pieces and stuff that you did want to get, nobody's going to want them now. I don't want them now. I don't want Grimes. It's toe and all that going on. I don't want these guys. Give me more draft picks now. I wanted 4 before, I need all of them now. So I don't want none of them guys.
I can't say anything against what you're saying, bro. You is definitely not wrong. That is definitely the case. They don't look like they're in any position to capitalize on this young talent the way we'd like to. All they can do is continue to play, and hopefully these guys start to get better throughout the season and show out a little bit. And then at some point you got to say, okay, now I got to pull the trigger. I got to make a move because I don't trust this. So you got to, yeah, you got to, bro. There's no way around it. Like certain things you've seen enough. Like for this team, the only way I say that you can make a change is if you move on from Thibodeau, and then you come in with a different style of play. But still, regardless of that, I don't care who's the coach. On the defense, don't look good. Now maybe they'll start to play a different type of defense. Maybe the defense don't look good because it's of Thibodeau's style. But maybe if you change it up, maybe it'll work. I don't know. That's something we got to see because it's not. It definitely is not looking good right now.
So do you think some of the guys are starting to, turn over the leaf towards like they don't want to play for Tom? Because I know before a lot of guys, they were saying, they was okay with playing with Tom. They okay playing with Tom. They know and understand his way. But if you're not, what I'm saying, responding to what he's asking, I'm just wondering, Are they getting played out with Tom? Are they trying to help push Tom up out the door?
I don't think we're there. I think a lot of this is just guys like myself looking at the team and just the way they're playing and just knowing that Tibbs is a defensive coach and the Knicks ain't playing defense. Like, this is the first time I could say what Tibbs is used to getting out of these guys on that end is not happening. And it's not like it's a bunch of new guys who haven't had time to gel. There's a lot of guys who have been here before. So when you see something, when you see the same people out there who already know the system and know how to play, and they're not giving you what you're used to seeing them giving you, the coach is usually the one to go. I don't even know if it's right, because I don't think everything's on him. I'm just telling you that usually that's what happens. I don't even think that some people are saying he's lost the locker room. I don't think he has. But I don't think just because he hasn't lost the locker room, that doesn't mean that they're playing the way they need to play for him. And it also doesn't mean that his schemes and his defensive sets and stuff are the right schemes and stuff that he should be using for this team right now. Like, every year is a different year. And all the stuff you try to do on every given year, team has to, teams around the league have to adjust to it. They've already adjusted to everything the Knicks are doing. The blueprint is out. All the other teams in the NBA know exactly what Tom Thibodeau and these Knicks are doing on offense and defense. So it's like, at some point when the stuff don't seem like it's working, and the person who's doing it don't seem like they're quick to make adjustments. You guys know Tom Thibodeau is not quick to make adjustments. So sometimes you got to change things up and move on, man. That's all I'm saying. Is what it is.
I'm not mad at you by anything you just said, my brother.
And the thing with Atkinson, I'm not saying Atkinson is the right coach. I'm just saying Atkinson was the coach that I liked.
Right.
Yeah. I know, back to Alawai's point, and this is for other people too. Listen, Atkinson had a job, guys. Yeah, it took him a little minute to get a job, and not everybody was checking for him because there's other candidates out here, and people like to look at, people have their reasons. I don't know what they are. Why does Mark Jackson still not have a job? We're looking at guys like Ime Udoka, who is a really good coach, and people like, maybe we should give him, looking to give him another shot. Right, and the NBA stepping in because of whatever their reasons are, but guys like Mark Jackson, who, like, what did he really do? Did he try to bring religion into a club, into a locker room, and change the culture of the organization? Was he a little offensive in the way he dealt with stuff? Do people think his bedside manner was a little iffy? Yeah, I hear that. I hear that there was some people who didn't like the way he talked to people or carried himself, but the guy was a good coach. And he got them to a certain point. Kurt took it to the next level, but he started something. Notice how he can't get a job anywhere. Do we think that Mark Jackson all of a sudden is a horrible coach? He's not a good candidate? No, there's politics and other things involved. I'm not saying that's what's going on with Atkinson, but Atkinson hasn't shown anything wrong yet. And so eventually he finally got an offer. Charlotte was going to hire Atkinson. Atkinson, apparently, from what I've read and what people have said, is the one who backed out of the Charlotte deal because he didn't like the way Jordan is very frugal, and he doesn't like to pay people, especially when it comes to assistant coaches. And Atkinson values his assistant coaches and wants those guys to be on board with him and make sure they're taken care of. And apparently Jordan didn't want to meet the financial demands of paying assistant coaches in a I guess a fair market. He's very frugal. And Atkinson didn't like that. And he said, you know what? Why am I going to stress myself out? My guys aren't going to get paid the way I need them to get paid. So therefore, I'm not going to get the best out of them. I may lose them, and I'm going to have to use guys that I don't want here. I'll just stay in Golden State and wait for the next opportunity.
So I 100% agree with you. That's another reason why maybe Mark Jackson might be, he will fit right here. One, he's a New Yorker. Okay, baby, wait a minute. One, he's a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? Two is, a lot of people look at, like, us New Yorkers, like, as like aggressive type, demeanor, stuff like that, and it's not that. It's that we're about getting straight to the bag. So how we talk and how we, our swag and how we we come at things, Some people that don't know and understand that type, look at us different, like, so when you say, like, how Mark is talking to people, I look at it as like, you know what I'm saying? That's just our, our New York, you know what I'm saying? How we, present ourselves and talk. That's why I said, no, it might be good for him to be here because we would know and understand him more than anything. The media would know and understand who they dealing with. So how they come at, like Tom on certain questions, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna ask somebody like Mark those type questions because they already know, yo, listen, next question. I don't want to hear that. Move on. What do you want to continue on coming in here? I'll put you out. They know how Mark is, you know what I mean? So, but I just pray that the next situation, well, first thing first, I got to continue on dealing with this season. I pray that everything is going to turn around and get to going in the right way. I am record saying, yo, I'd rather start off slow than finish fast and strong than for us to start off fast and then fade away in the second half. I'm on record saying that. So maybe things will get better, things will get brighter, you know what I'm saying? For the squad from here on out, moving forward, maybe that turn a leaf, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll wind up having, a fantastic, happy season and everything, you know what I'm saying? It is early still. They don't need to push the panic button all the way. Like I said, it's, some of the losses that we got, in actuality going into those games, we were supposed to lose them, you know what I'm saying? But when you can start worrying when you start losing to Orlando, start splitting with Detroit, you know what I'm saying? And then, hey, I know you got some people that be like, well, look at us and look at Utah now. Yeah, them guys over there in Utah, trust and believe me, they on showcase. Them dudes is getting a chance to put up numbers because their butts is getting ready to be traded up out of there at the deadline. You can best believe them guys is putting up numbers over there. Danny Ainge is not having that. Danny Ainge is not clearing out all them guys over there, that cap space and everything, and all these draft picks to be trying not to miss out on this opportunity with these people coming in. And like I said, anytime in past history you got rid of your big name players, majority of the time the NBA rewards you with the #1 draft pick. Cleveland, LeBron gone, #1 draft pick. Anthony Davis, New Orleans gone, #1 draft pick. They know ain't nobody going to Utah. Ain't nobody going to Utah signing with Utah and all that, none of that. So all that free cap space and all that, nah. They doing that because they needed to draft players out of the draft and rebuild and deal with that team. So trust and believe. It looks good what's going on in Utah now, but it's not going to continue on rocking. And then, yeah, do we have a better team than them on paper? Yeah, we do. But why are they playing better than us? Because dudes is hungry to get somewhere and get some money. You know what I mean? That happens all the times when dudes know that the money is it's opportunity for you to get money, and you're about to be in position to get traded. They want to keep their market up. It's a lot of guys over there. Their market value is up just on the strength of right now, just for first beginning of the run. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We get ready to play them guys on a 10:30 game real soon. We get ready to see what's happening with them. But I gotta jump off. My little one that came down.
I hear.
Yeah, she kicked me out of my office on Saturdays. I can't even be in my office. That's why I don't have no background or nothing. That's her thing. She Netflixing and everything, all that. But she says, Daddy, I'm done. Okay, time for me to go in there.
I hear you, brother, man. Thank you for jumping on, man. Appreciate you as always.
Yes,
appreciate chopping it up, man. Do what you got to do. Handle your business, and be there for that little one, man. She needs you.
Man, no doubt, man. Blessings to you, man. Shout out to the chat, the greatest people it is in the world, man. They represent orange and blue. Not blue and orange, orange and blue. That's y'all right there. Not the Auburn Tigers, that Nick orange and blue. Not the Denver Broncos, that Nick orange and blue, man. Y'all people in the chat, man, the greatest people it is, man. Love and appreciate y'all. And shout out to, you know what I'm saying, your partner, you know what I'm saying, your business co-worker, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John. I know he be doing what he be doing on the weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him too and everybody else, man. Y'all continue on having a fantastic weekend. You know what I'm saying? Go watch the Black Panther 2 or something, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy your life. You know, that's your life. You living it, nobody else. So why would you want to be somebody else when the life that you're living is so beautiful, man? God bless you. Ron, my brother, man. Anytime, man. I'm here anytime. Phone call, anything, man. I'm here, man.
Appreciate you, my brother, as always, man. Have a great rest of your Saturday, man. Thank you for rocking.
No doubt, man. Peace to everybody. 2 fingers stuck together. Don't slice the cake me. That's separation.
J Boogie got all the one-liners, man. Yo, crazy. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here and rocking. Smash that like button. We got 60 people in here. I think we had 70 people in here, but them likes, I don't know where they was at. They at that 50 mark, man. See if we can get them likes up, man. Appreciate y'all. Shoot, I just had something I was gonna say and I lost it that quick. Shout out to Billy Goat in the building. Appreciate you. Salute. Knicks will be 2026 NBA champs. It's starting to look tougher and tougher when I read that. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. EJ1 is in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. I miss anybody? If I missed anybody, guys, no, it's not for lack of trying. I appreciate El Servi in the building. Thank you. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Akuma's in the building. Good to see you. What's going on, Akuma? Just double check and see. There's a lot going on. Anybody? No, I don't think. I think I got a lot of people. If I missed you, like I said, it's not for lack of trying. I just, Cameron Staten is in the building. What's good? Good to see you. Long Island Sound. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Andy says he should be the next head coach of the Knicks. Good to know, Andy. Sam Cassell is interesting. Parrish said something that I thought was kind of interesting. And even though I don't want to deal with that team at all for anything, listen, if they're ready to move off again of pieces because they know that, hey, something's not happening the way it needs to happen, I would not be mad if the Knicks would like to go out there and get Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen is a nice player to have. The issue with Markkanen is always about his health, right? But when he's healthy, we know the guy can play. He's tall. He's a 7-footer, basically, who can stretch the floor, got good shooting, can break you down. He got good movements. He's a special player. He's probably never going to be able to go to the next level because of the inconsistency and not being healthy. But as far as what he brings to the table now, the guy's got a lot of skill, and they could definitely use him on his Knicks team. And you talk about being able to move off of certain people. Having a Markkanen here would allow the Knicks to move off of Julius Randle. Having a Markkanen here would allow the Knicks to be able to be in a position where, you could give some minutes to OB because you could even play small ball, but it's not really small ball because you could put Markkanen at the 5 and put the OB at the 4 and have that dynamic going because of his height. I wouldn't do it too much because apparently, he gets hurt a lot, so you don't want him banging down there with the centers of the world and getting himself in that position. But I'm just saying you have some flexibility. So yeah, Boulevard 73, we do miss Mike Woodson, 100%. Most of the games we lost this season was because we lacked a closer. I don't doubt that, but I think defensively, that's what we lack more than anything else, because Brunson has hit some big shots for the team down the stretch, and he's been pretty solid. But if we got that next level scorer, I agree with you. We don't have that guy. But I think if we could have had a better record if we just cleaned up some of the defense of some of these games, we would be like 2 or 3 games above 500 right now, if you ask me. Yeah, so that's the thing. 4 picks got Spider. SGA ain't Spider. That's true. Oh, I don't know what that is, bro. Nev, I don't know what that is. Maybe you need to refresh your browser or whatever you're looking at. If you're looking at it on your phone, you should refresh, because maybe that's why you only see it. Because I'm looking at it, I'm on another browser and I'm looking at the show, and I see both. I see everything like the way I normally would see it. So maybe you got to refresh your situation over there, what you're looking at, if you're on your phone or what have you. So yeah, but thank you for letting me know that. Where was I? So hey. Listen, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't want to deal with Danny Ainge for anything, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. Yep, SGA is no Kevin Durant. But here's the other thing, guys, and I know everybody's point when it comes to this stuff. Remember, Kevin Durant's not coming here. Giannis Antetokounmpo, most likely not coming here. If there was anybody that I would throw the whole team at, it would be Giannis. If we could get Giannis, like D's from D's World of Hoops says, I would definitely throw the whole bag at him. And shout out to D's World of Hoops. Check out his show and his content if you haven't already. He's been giving it up and doing a lot of content, man. We're talking 3-hour shows almost basically every damn day because of pre-games and post-games, man. So shout out to him. Yeah, like I get it. These guys are not that guy, but there's not a lot of those guys out there. Some might say, okay, Anthony Edwards, for example. I like Anthony Edwards too. Anthony Edwards is not always consistent either, guys. Does he have all the talent in the world? Yes. Has all the leaping ability, athleticism. He can do everything on the court. Doesn't always show it, but he has that next level gear, right? And he definitely has the dog in him. So he might be a guy you want to go get. But I'm just saying, you don't know because every night he's not on. All right. I'm just saying. So that's how it is with these guys. There's not, some of these guys, the Durant, he's special. James Harden isn't even what James Harden used to be. James Harden used to be that guy. James Harden was a Durant type guy. You knew what you were getting from James Harden. You're lucky if you can stop it. And then, he was just a game changer. Now with the way he plays, his skill set, his shooting is not as good as it used to be. And with the new NBA rules cracking down on the fouls that he used to draw, the dude would go to the line like every single moment of a damn game. That's how often he would get to the line. And once you took that away from him, now he's not as effective as he used to be. So, that I get it. We need that type of guy, but listen, we just haven't been able to get that type of guy. And those type of guys, people ain't trying to just give them away. Like, no. Okay, I don't care who. Sometimes it's like, I don't care who you offering me. It's not enough. I don't want it. I'd rather have him because I see the difference he makes. Like Giannis. You know how hard it is to pry Giannis away from Milwaukee? Milwaukee's like, no. We got a championship with him. People love him here. He's one of the best players in the league. He's still fairly young. Nope. I'm going to try to give him to you. That's all I'm saying. If we don't get those type of guys, then who's next? The SGAs of the world, the Donovan Mitchells of the world, maybe the Anthony Edwards of the world, like those type of guys. And say what you will about SGA. Yes, I know he's got issues, but remember, SGA is in a situation that's not going anywhere. So you don't know. You bring SGA to the Garden to play with his boy RJ, to be in the national spotlight. He's playing in Oklahoma, guys. Bring him to New York. You don't know what SGA is going to turn into. He might go to the next level once again. He might, them 30-point nights he's having might turn into 35, 40-point nights. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's the best out there. I'm just saying you don't know what you're going to get. It's the same thing I said when we were looking at Donovan. Donovan's been doing stuff in Utah. Now he's doing stuff in Cleveland. That stuff gets magnified when you're in New York. That's all I'm saying. Oh, definitely. Without a doubt. The Knicks would not have to give up what they gave up for Donovan for marketing. But that doesn't mean that Danny Ainge wouldn't try to figure out some way to kind of gouge the Knicks. There's something going on there. And I don't think Leon Rose would even want to consider going back and forth with him again, to be honest. And yes, you can draft a star. How many stars have the Knicks drafted in the last 10 years? Is RJ a star? Is Porzingis a star? Who easily could have been. He was definitely on the star level. And then getting hurt kind of sapped him of a little of his juju, but he's still a very good player in the league. But is he a star? Like, is he the next level for Washington? Is Washington guaranteed a playoff berth because they have Porzingis? Is he a go-to guy down the stretch when you know you need a bucket? He's the guy to get it. When the game's on the line, is he the guy to make the big shot for you? Is he the guy that makes everybody else on the team better? So, you know, you can have the draft pick, but you got to make the right pick. You know, the Knicks in the draft, we passed up on SGA. We passed up on Donovan Mitchell, and so on and so forth. You know how this goes. So, and I know it's different regimes, certain, you know, but my point is, it's not that easy. You can have the pick and still not be able to pick the right guy. It's not that easy. And then, how confident are you that? Remember, the Knicks look like they struggle at developing their young talent. Those are the same guys who evaluate the talent before you draft them and bring them in here. So if we can't develop the talent, what makes you think those are the same guys that have an eye for bringing in the right talent? I'm just saying. I'm not, and once again, guys, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or anything like that. I'm just trying to look at this from realistic glasses. I want these Knicks to be better. I eventually want this team to get over the hump. I want us to get some really good talent, and I want us to understand when it's time to cut our ties, cut our losses. When it doesn't look like, because let's not forget, the year's not over. There's a lot of basketball left to be played, but I've said it before. This is a make or break year for a lot of guys, and though that you know, term may not be as big for some as opposed to others. It's a make or break year for Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose may not be back next year because this is a make or break. If he has a good season and finishes strong and it plays a good amount of games and he becomes an asset for the Knicks and they figure out how to manage him with his minutes and everything, then they may still want to bring him back again because they love Derrick Rose here. But if he doesn't, it's a make or break. Then he's out of here. Quentin Grimes. We've decided to invest in Quentin Grimes, and he's a big part of our team, and we value him as an asset because we think that other people don't value him as much as we do, and they just want to stick it to us. That's why they want him included in the trades, so we try to keep him out. Make a break. He's got to show that he's taking his game to the next level. There's got to be improvement this year as opposed to whatever he did last year. Cam Reddish, make a break. It's a money year for him. RJ Barrett got the bag. It's still make a break because this year decides is if the rest of the league has been right about him for the past few years. Is RJ always going to be just this, or is he going to continue to grow and show that the Knicks were right to invest in him? Maybe he's not the guy, but he is a piece. That's why it's make a break, even though he's already got paid. Because then, you know, then you start to realize, well, we paid him. We got to have to figure out a way to move him. This guy is very inconsistent. He don't do anything to help us. And defensively, he's gone backwards. I'm not saying that's the case because there's still a lot of basketball to be played. But this is the type of stuff we got to look at. Julius, to make a break because last year wasn't a good year for him. And he's got to come back this year and show. So far, I think, look, I know some people aren't happy with Julius. I'm happy with Julius. I think he's been doing good. There's some bad basketball that he does from time to time, but I like his attitude. I like the fact that he's willing to move the ball. I like that he's buying in currently. I don't like that he's starting to talk to the refs again, but I like his attitude. And I think that's huge. So we'll got to see. There's two more. It's not make or break for Fournier because I think the Knicks have been actively always feeling like they're going to try to move Fournier at some point if they can. It's not make or break for him. There's nothing they can really that he's going to do this year to really solidify anything currently. But two more guys, I think it's make or break for Obi Toppin, and I think it's make or break for Emmanuel Quickly because remember, this is their third year of basketball. Next year, they're going to be in line for their extensions. So this is make or break. They need to show that we know what we're doing with our youth, and they're talented, and they're getting better. And if they're not showing they're getting better, because Quickly right now is not looking good for the most part. He's looking like kind of how he came into last season. Last season, he had a terrible start to the first half of the season. And he's looking like that again. He's trying to do other things to help now, but, last night wasn't horrible. We'll see how it goes. Obi, he's got to make some strides on the defensive end. He's got to do certain things. He's got to get better at rebounding the ball. But I do like some of the stuff I've seen from him on the offensive side. So I'm not mad at that. I think that stuff looks pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see how that continues and where we go from here. But yeah, that's what I think is going on, guys. I mean, I know, like I said, it's not all bad. It's just stuff that we have to watch and be mindful of the whole season. Just keep taking a look at how these guys do. Wilson Dang is in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Tibbs only can develop discipline and some defense. I'm a little worried about that, bro. This team is not disciplined. The defense is not looking good, and they're disciplined. Like, I know football and basketball are different, but if basketball had penalties, I think the Knicks would be full of penalties. That's because we're just not disciplined. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. SGA is averaging 34 and 5 right now. I think a lot of guys will take that. That is very true, EJ. EJ1, that's what I've been saying. I mean, but yeah, could you imagine having Brunson and SGA in the backcourt with RJ? I like it. I'm not mad at it. We'll see. Anyway, guys, we got a game tomorrow, an early game against OKC. What do you guys think about that, man? What are you guys thinking about the matchup against OKC? We'll be able to look at SGA firsthand, see if the hoopla and the hype is what it looks like, what we've seen from the past. Is it still there? Is he still that guy? You know what I mean? Like, I know it's not easy, but I think he's one of those guys that we gotta look at and say, you know what? He's worth it. He's worth it. At some point, you got to say a guy is worth it. You can't keep putting yourself in a position where you are scared to pull the trigger. And that's what I worry about with this. That's another thing. I'm worried that this front office is scared to make a mistake. And in doing so, they make all types of mistakes. You know what I mean? Does that worry you guys at all? Do you guys think that, hey, man, what's going on? Like, maybe they are scared to pull the trigger on things, and because of that, unfortunately, the Knicks are suffering because of it. The Donovan Mitchell trade may have not been the one to go for, but I think a lot of us feel like we lost an opportunity there, that maybe they should have thought about doing it because it made sense. But too much it's too much to deal with now. It's over. They made their bed. They chose a certain route, and they chose to stick to their guns and their principles. And I can't be mad at that because, like I said, it is what it is. Danny Ainge was trying to get us to cough up a lung. On the flip side, though, it would have been nice to have him here. It would have been nice to have him here. I don't know, man. Whole situation is crazy. So looking at the matchup for tomorrow against OKC, I got to show you guys some interesting numbers here, and this is not a gimme, guys. This is not a gimme. I don't know who's going to win this game, and I definitely don't think that OKC is going to play us the way Detroit played us. So if you look at the numbers, and this is a season preview, but this is averages of what the Knicks have done so far coming into this game and what the OKC Thunder have done coming into this game. And just look, guys, just look at the numbers. We're averaging 113 points right now. They're averaging 113.4. We are averaging 48 rebounds. They're averaging 45. We are averaging 24 assists, 0.3. They're averaging 24.4. We're averaging 6.4 steals. They're averaging 9.2. Much more active on the defensive end with their hands. We're averaging 5.2 blocks. They're averaging 6.3. And that number is going to be worse for us because unless Mitch is coming back tomorrow, then they have the edge on that as well. Turnovers. We're averaging 14 turnovers a game, 14.3. They're averaging 12.4. We're averaging 45% shooting from the field, 45.1. They're averaging the exact same thing. We're averaging 32.5 from the three-point line. They're averaging 31.5, almost the same thing. We're shooting 77.7 from the free throw line. They're shooting 75.6. It's almost mirror images of these teams. And the only thing I worry about is maybe their effort and their intensity on defense is just a little bit better than us, because maybe where their defensive strength is comes in an area where ours is lacking on the perimeter. Their strength with Lou Dort and whoever else they have helps. They've got a lot of length on the team, guys like Pokashevsky, you know. They play a weird unit, though. They do play a weird unit. Their starting lineup has been kind of funky. Look at the points in the paint. They've been averaging 56.7 points in the paint. We've been averaging 55. Second chance points, they've been averaging 15. We've been averaging 16.1. Very close. Fast break points, they've been averaging 15.5. We've been averaging 14.5. So, guys, the bottom line is these are two evenly matched teams. It's all going to come down to who has better heart and wants the game more tomorrow and plays with effort. So this is a tough one. I don't know. Honestly, Sherwin, when it comes to adjustments, I don't know if he can make the adjustments. I think his style of defense, I had an issue with it last year. I have a bigger issue with it this year. I don't like the fact that Tibbs feels like he can force teams into the he likes to play drop coverage all the time. Drop coverage and switching on defense, right? Switching, three principles: drop coverage, switching, and help. Because obviously, you know, we've got some guys who are liabilities on defense. So there's always cheating and always help. And then constant switching. We switch so much, we don't even really play true man-to-man defense. Man-to-man, you take your guy, you play him, you try to stay with him, you stay in front of him, and you put your hands up. At the point of release, you jump. Try to affect the guy's shot. Put your hands in the guy's face so he can't really see the rim, can't get a good look. You don't got to be taller than people. You don't got to jump over. You don't have to block the shot. You have to jump enough to put your hands in the guy's face so he can't really get a good look at the rim, so he can't, you know, that would affect his rhythm. The Knicks are constantly switching. If you notice, look at a lot of the Knicks games, look at the switching, and look at how they're playing defense. How many times do you think the guys are in good position to jump in the guy's face and block that person's field of view? Don't you see we're always a little step late? Don't you see that they're going up and we're behind? So how many times are we affecting the shot, right? Then with Thibodeau's defense, he's giving the three-point shot he's giving people open looks because obviously in his defensive schematics, he feels like the 3-point shot is still a harder shot to make than a 2. So shooting from way out, 30 feet, whatever it is, you have a better chance of them missing, us getting the long rebound, and then pushing up the floor in transition to try to get set up for easy baskets. The thought process is not flawed. It's something that a lot of coaches did back in the day. And something that it can work if you have all of the proper defensive talent. If the Knicks had the Reggie Bullocks, the Elfrid Paytons, if the Knicks had a Lou Dort, if the Knicks had Mitchell Robinson out there, if the Knicks had a power forward who was good at defense and offense, or a small forward that was good at defense, like if they had that, this works because you got the guys, they hustle, they make moves, they have good anticipation, they do that. So no matter what you're doing out there, you can orchestrate it. Knicks don't have it. So therefore, you assuming that I'm just going to give guys wide open 3-point shots in today's NBA, it's not working. We're getting smoked. You see it. You guys see it every game. Even teams that aren't good defensively, aren't good 3-point shooting, they're having better nights against us. Last night, it didn't kill us. But last night, we still didn't play good defense on 2-point shots. And we're a small team. We didn't have the height to stop guys like Bogdanovich, who was shooting above us and over us. That's an issue. So I don't think Tibbs can make any adjustments because this is a principle. This is like telling the guy that he's built his whole defense on certain principalities that, no, that ain't going to work. So I need you to come up with new principles. How's he going to do that? This is what he's been doing for his whole career. That's why I'm saying sometimes you got to move on from the guy. And don't get me wrong, Tibbs could go somewhere else to a defensive situation with a team that has a bunch of defensive players. And it could work. And he could put out a good product out there. This team ain't it for him. This don't mix with what he's trying to do. Oh, yeah. And the fact that we don't have Mitch right now does hurt us, guys, because the Knicks can't even gamble as much on the 3 because there's nobody in for rim protection. Hartenstein's been doing a pretty decent job, but, he gets beat a lot too. And then I think Jericho's been trying a lot to be defensive minded and get some shots. His timing has been good on certain instances, but that's something he's still got to learn to grow at. That's not always been his thing. So got to give him some more time to learn how to be good at that. Even in college, he wasn't good at blocking shots. With all the height, with all that athleticism, not the height, but the athleticism, just timing. It's timing, anticipation, understanding, and keeping your hands in the right spots, jumping at the right time. That's something you got to learn. Yeah. So, that's kind of what I had to say about what's going on with them. Matchup wise, I was trying to get something up for you guys, but it just is not working the way I want it to work. It doesn't look the way I want it to look. And I just rather not waste my time and waste you guys' time, putting something up like that don't look too good. It just doesn't look that great to me. I don't know why it's looking like that, to be honest. This is so weird to me. So weird. But whatever. Anyway, guys, so the matchup is currently they've been running out Aaron Wiggins as their point guard. So it's Aaron Wiggins versus Jalen Brunson. If I was looking at this, I think Jalen Brunson gets the edge over Aaron Wiggins. What do you guys think in the chat? How's that sound to you? Let's see what the numbers is looking like. Aaron Wiggins is averaging 20 and 21 minutes of play, 6.3 points. He's shooting 41% from the field, and he's shooting 31% from 3, averaging around 3.4 rebounds. 4.2 rebounds and 2 assists. So that's what he is doing, right? Let me see here. This doesn't have it. Yeah, I think I got it here. Okay. And so Jalen Brunson is averaging 33 minutes of play. He's averaging 19.8 points. He's shooting 48.9% from the field. Really good. He's shooting 30.6% from three. It's not great, but it is what it is. He's averaging 3.8 rebounds, and he's averaging 6.8 assists right now. So I think Jalen Brunson gets the nod for that matchup. I think that's pretty easy to see. And I would expect, I would expect the Knicks to have that advantage there. The next matchup is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander versus Cam Reddish. Now, potential-wise, Cam Reddish should be able to hold his own here. And defensively, maybe he'll be able to nullify a little bit of what Shai Gilgeous likes to do. But Shai Gilgeous is a bucket. So Shai Gilgeous in 35 minutes of play, as we already said, somebody put it in the chat, he's averaging 30.5 points. He's shooting 53.9% from the field. He's shooting 33% from three. Right now, he would be the best shooter on our team. Guys, think about that. He's averaging 4.4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, which is good. He's averaging 2 steals a game and 1.5 blocks a game. And he would be going up against Cam, who's averaging 20 minutes a game, 20.3, 6.8 points, 40%, 40.8 from the field, 32.4 from three. He's averaging 1.8 rebounds, 1 assist, not even a steal, 0.4, a half a steal. So basically not. This is the problem I have with Cam too, like the other stuff. How much are you contributing to the team, to the game? So that's something to look at. Smash that like button, guys, if you haven't already done so. Appreciate you. Next matchup, Josh Giddey versus RJ Barrett. Josh Giddey, in 29 minutes of play, averaging 13.7 points, shooting 44% from the field, 31% from three, averaging 7 rebounds a game, 5 assists, a little under half a steal and half a block. Not bad for him. RJ Barrett in 35 minutes of play is averaging 20 points per game, shooting 43.9% from the field, shooting 31.4% from three, averaging 5.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and yep. And I just want to throw something out there, guys. The other thing to keep in mind is Josh Giddey is 6'8". Okay. I think RJ is listed as 6'6". They said he might have even grown. He might be 6'7", but they still got him listed as 6'6" or so. If I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong guy. RJ 6'6", yep. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about that matchup. Might be a little tougher. Josh Giddey's not the greatest defender. But lengthy, so that okay. It looks like it came back. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know. Hopefully y'all are good. This is weird. Let me see. Can I? Yeah, it looks like it came back. I don't know. One of those. That's a sign. Just telling you, Ron, start to wrap the show up. I'm almost out of here, guys. All right. So then that brings us to the next matchup, and that's Luguentz Dort versus Julius Randle. Now, this may not be as easy as it looks because Luguentz Dort is 6'4", but he's a really good defender. He uses his body well against players that are taller than him. It's good anticipation, and he just knows how to affect people, kind of like the same thing you would see from a Marcus Smart, how he can guard a bigger guy and kind of affect them. Luguentz Dort does that as well. In 30 minutes of play, he's averaging 12.7 points, shooting 36% from the field, not a good shooter, shooting 23.9% from the three-point line, not a good shooter, averaging 4.4 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.6 steals. So in comparison to Julius Randle, who in 33 minutes of play is averaging 20.5 points, shooting 45% from the field, 31.9 from three, 9 rebounds he's averaging, 3.4 assists, a little over a half a steal. Julius Randle should win that matchup. From really affecting him as much. And the last of the matchups is Alexei Pokusevski, versus Isaiah Hartenstein. So Pokusevski is 7 feet, and he's very lengthy and lanky, averaging 23 minutes, 0.7 minutes per game, averaging 9.1 points, shooting 42.9% from the field, 34.3%. So around the league, right around the league average is 35. So he's right under that from three, averaging 5.5 rebounds, which is not good, I don't think, considering 7 feet, and playing the center. 1.5 assists, 0.8 steals, and 1.6 blocks. So a little under 2 blocks, kind of, versus Isaiah Hartenstein, who's playing 25 minutes per game, averaging 7.3 points, shooting 54%, 54.9 from the field, 16.7% from three. That hasn't been a good look for him. So the fact that he can stretch the floor hasn't really paid off for these Knicks so far early in the season. Averaging 8.4 rebounds. He's been rebounding well. A little under an assist, a little under a steal, kind of 0.7, 0.9 assists, 1.3 blocks per game. This one's interesting. I don't know. I guess I would say it depends. I would think that I think you got to give the nod to Pokusevski. Even though Hartenstein could have a really good game against him and could easily win the battle, I think Pokusevski might be, the better matchup from the two. So, just looking at the matchups, Brunson's winning the point guard battle. You got Shea winning the shooting guard. You got RJ winning the small forward. You got Julius winning the power forward. And then you got Pokusevski winning the center. So 3 out of 5 for the starters. The Knicks should be in good position to possibly win the game, even though they're very evenly matched. So we'll see how it plays out. I think it's going to be interesting. And I hope for the best. And I don't know how the matinees, remember the matinees, Knicks play different in matinee games. So we got to see how that all turns out for them. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but we'll see. All right, guys. So thank y'all for being here and rocking with me. I know that the internet's getting spotty all of a sudden. Now it's come back, but it was been getting spotty. So that's just a sign. It's time for me to leave, get up out of here, do something else for myself. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy yourselves. Once again, Look forward to seeing J Boogie and his new music. He's dropping 3 songs. This is the cover art. He's pulling up for 3. He's not taking 3-point shots. He's dropping 3 songs for you guys. And so those 3 songs, I think he's gonna be shooting videos for them too. I'm not sure, but he might be shooting videos for them too. So he's dropping them 3 songs in a little package. So definitely check that out. Wait for that. Support him. Appreciate J Boogie for being on and rocking with me for a little bit. It was good to see you, my brother, as always. Shout out to RJ Barrett for looking better in recent times, and hopefully that continues. We're going to need it tomorrow. Hope for a good victory. I hope the Knicks can win by 10 points, maybe 120 to 110 or 115 to 105, something like that. We'll see. I'm hoping for even better than that, but I'll take that. And just better defensive effort, and hopefully, like you were saying, Sherwin, I don't know what they can really do on defense. They definitely need to want it. It's not all on Tibbs, but I do think his principles have something to do with it. But some of these guys, their effort does need to be better. The Obies, the Jalen Brunsons, maybe Jalen needs to figure out another way, because Jalen kind of is giving us the Kimba style of defense. He's definitely trying to take charges. Jalen's just one elbow away from getting a broken nose or getting seriously hurt, because he's just throwing his whole face and body into these guys, and I just don't like it. I like the fact that he's trying to get charges, but just try to stay in front of your guy. It is what it is. So yeah, thank you guys for being here and rocking. Hit that like button on your way out. Thank you for supporting the show. Corey Lee in the building. Salute, man. Thank you for joining. Coming in at the tail end, but if you have some time, you're definitely welcome to go see what the show was and how it started. Thank you, Andy. I'll take that up next time. I gotta watch my tabs. IQJ in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here and rocking with us. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Listen, we'll take every game, one game at a time. There's never been more important than that now with these Knicks. They definitely need to do it. I don't know. And hope for the best. Seriously. Yeah. All right. So, guys, thank you. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Let's go Knicks tomorrow. Hopefully they do, a good job against OKC. Show and come out with effort, man. Come out with effort. Yeah. Thank you, Ashley. You we know the ledge, man. Know the ledge, because we right there. We are right there. We can. Some people are not trying to get that close, but you might fall off, man. You just get off the ledge. We got to know it. Victor Rivera in the building. Salute, man. Thank you for joining in. I know it's a little late, but if you want to watch the replay, by all means, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. So as I always say, shout out to my peoples, John, Jose. Shout out to Black Panther weekend, guys. If you don't know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it this weekend, but I definitely will eventually. Wakanda forever. Salute, salute, salute. I love my Black Panther, man. Yeah, it's not a movie the way it was the first time around. The first time around, it was epic. It did something crazy around the nation. People were dressing up in the kente cloths and everything and going out there and supporting. It was a fantastic movement. This one is a little serene. It's a little tough because of the fact that we lost, a great actor and the original Black Panther. I was hoping that they were going to do something where they would, figure out a way to bring back Killmonger. I don't know. I know it's crazy, but I don't know. I just felt like they should have figured it out, man. They should have left that open, but it is what it is. And the fact that they work together with such good friends, Chadwick Boseman is just a fantastic actor, fantastic, Black Panther character, as well as all the other characters that he played, and so much that he's given to this art of acting. It's a very tough loss, but I hope they do a good job at the movie. I haven't spoiled myself. I've been trying to avoid as much. So guys, if you're able to go see it, definitely take a look and enjoy it. And that's pretty much it, man. It's been a great show. I thank you guys as always for being here and rocking. And we'll see what happens, man. Hope for the best. Hope the Knicks can turn it around. Because if they can't, if they continue to show the same level of poor defense, the closeouts being bad, and just allowing guys to get open looks and easy shots, heads are going to roll. People are going to be up out of here. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys. You guys take care. I'll see you on the next one. As I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again. I butchered my own slogan. Not good. Tell a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again. There you go. All right, guys. Take care. Catch y'all.